What's up, squad? Are we live? Are we live? Hold on. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm starting me a new come on in song. Hold on. Get ready. You're about to be an ATLian. What's up, squad? Hey, Miss Kiki. I'm trying to get into the studio. This me rushing. I opened my laptop just so I wouldn't be late, but I'm already late. I apologize for being late, but I'm trying to get into 4K for y'all. I need y'all to see my whole, well, almost my whole body, not just my big head. Hold on, I'm about to get in here. Hold on, we're about to get in here. Oh, there I am. Okay. Hey, what up? What's up? Let me make sure my microphone is set up. Shout out to the squad. Yep, it's moving. Okay, now I got to put the speaker on in case I get some calls. Okay. Uh, I don't have no glasses on today, but I guess we gonna make it do what it do, honey. We gonna make it do what it do. What's up, squad? Long time no see. I hope everyone is having a very blessed and highly favored Monday. It's the start of the week. We are here. We have a lot to talk about. The internet been real busy today, honey. I don't know what y'all. Oh, child, y'all just been running me ragged in these DMs and stuff. Hold on. What it didn't? Hold on. This didn't connect. Let me turn this off over here. Let me turn this off. Turn this Bluetooth off. And then I gotta turn this off again and turn it back on. Hold on. Y'all know, bear with me. Bear with me. This is y'all show because we're gonna be on for a while tonight too. Hold on. Did it come on? I ain't see it come on. Oh. Do do do. Why it didn't go do do do? Why it ain't connected over there? I don't get it. Okay, let me go into Bluetooth. Oh, I have stuff connected to one computer and to the next computer, and then they be trying not to connect when it's supposed to connect. Yes. Hey, I see you, Quasia. I see you, Princess AG. Shout out to God's Butterfly. I see you, friend. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. Come on in, grab your snacks, smash that like button as you come in while I'm setting up this Bluetooth speaker. There you go, right there. Connect. Did it connect? Child? It act like it ain't connecting. This must be the old Bluetooth. I don't know. Turn it off and turn it back on. Then say add and then press the little. There it go. Y'all heard that? It connected when I did that. Okay. And then there it go right there. Now I gotta test it. Sounds like they're working. I like that little jam. I like that little jam. Um, yeah, the last time I went live, well, I was upstairs in my living room and I went live on Patreon. So all of my equipment was disconnected. Well, first of all, because I went live publicly, I was at my mama house. So it was all with me in Tennessee. Then when I came back, I never reconnected it. So I just took it upstairs and I was like editing videos and stuff. Anyway, long story short, I literally just had to come in here and connect everything. But we here, we back, honey. Let me put you on my teleprompter so I can see myself. Let me, I got all this equipment. I need to be using it. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight. It's been a while since I talked about them, but I did watch it this week, so I will talk about it. We're also gonna talk about there I am. We're also gonna talk about Portia's divorce party rollout. Portia having a whole divorce party, child. I ain't never seen nobody so sad and so happy at the same damn time. Okay. We're gonna talk about that and all her interviews and stuff. And then we have Kenya Moore hair and spa. We have Kenya Moore hair spa on the agenda. Y'all keep tagging me in this damn TikTok video. Somebody paid a visit to Kenya Moore, and it wasn't me. So Team 12, don't be getting mad at me, honey. I'm just the bearer of the bad news, honey. And you know, whatever else we got on here. Why I want to go to my thing? Okay, my straight from the A up there. Okay, we up there. And while y'all get in here, don't forget to like and share, and we can get started right after this very, very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATL.
That's her being a blogger.
More than a blogger.
That's her being a blogger. You are more than a blogger.
I am more than
That's her being a blogger.
all of is my son.
Okay, that shit scares.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Say Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn
It's her son. Yes. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, 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 Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
I hope I got my bun. Oh, this a little tricky. I'm up here trying to put a bun up before I get started. We gonna have to work with it, child. We gonna work with it. Hey y'all, come on in. You said Porsha got me in a chokehold. Well, I got you in a chokehold if you here watching me. Why is you watching me if you don't want me to talk about what I be talking about? See, you know what I said earlier today when I put my little short up? All my little hater fans be in here. They be mad. They be mad at me when I talk about Kenya. They be like, oh, you talk about Kenya too much. They be mad at me when I talk about Junkie Dineva. Oh, you talk about Junkie Dineva. They be mad at me when I talk about Candy. Oh, you talk about Candy too much. They be mad at me when I talk about Porsha. Oh, you talk about Porsha too much. That's a gazillion people that I'm talking about that y'all mad at that I'm talking about. Y'all act like I talk about the same people all the time. I talk about a whole group of people. I talk about a whole slew of people. And when I talk about all these different people, whatever day it is, all of a sudden I'm obsessed with whoever the person is. Yeah, it sounded like a whole broken record, child. A whole broken just talking just to talk. But that's okay. Y'all here, and that's okay. You said you all on that lady IG. First of all, I am not on that lady IG. You ain't never seen no comment from me on Portia's IG ever. Okay, ever. That's a lie. Okay, if that's a lie, screenshot it and send it to me, liar. You said they mad when I talk about Nene. Yes, when I talk about Nene, y'all call this the Nene News Network. When I talk about Candy, you say I'm hating on Candy. When I talk about colorist Claudia, whoever I talk about, I'm hating on. Okay, because y'all hate the truth. Because that's what it is. Y'all hate the truth. If I was to sit up here and lie to y'all and be like, oh, Kenya Moore hair spa is open, and I got my hair done at Kenya Moore hair spa, y'all would love it. If I came on here every day saying, oh, I went to Kenya Moore hair spa, I got my nails done. It's so pretty over there. And you know, she gave us some flowers. Y'all would love it. If I said, oh, I went to the Blaze Steak and Seafood, and they didn't give me a food poisoning this week. I had me a steak and they cooked it, even though it was a little raw on the inside. Y'all would love it. If I say colorist Claudia is not a colorist, y'all would love it. But when I tell the truth, y'all get upset. Yes, we all hate us because we all here for the mess. Okay, they hating and they hating on me. That's what's so funny, and I appreciate it. So come on in, majestic honey. Come on in. You said she probably blocked you. Well, if she did, how could I comment? If she probably blocked me, you just said I left a comment. Make it make sense, majestic hater fan. Okay, hater fan. You was dedicated, especially y'all fans who listen. Y'all trolling me on Instagram. That means you following me on every platform. You following me to see what I say over on Instagram. First you get mad at me on YouTube, and then you follow me on Instagram to see what I say, and then get mad. Now, who's the stalker? Who is really stalking who? I feel threatened. I feel unsafe. These people are weird, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep doing. I've been doing this for 20 years. I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. Okay. You said we love the messy trial. Okay, messy, 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 child, messy. Okay, so this messy live is brought to you today by Portia's People Magazine article. Cause child, if one more person tag me in People Magazine, I will scream. But we're gonna talk about it. You talk about she got me a chokehold. Apparently, she got the whole internet in a chokehold with all these lies she be telling on this man. She got deported. Now all of a sudden, she is Bernadette, whatever the lady name is from Wait to Exhale. She's somebody's lover and her secretary, and his secretary working every day of the week. Okay, I don't understand how anybody can compare Porsha to Waiting to Exhale. This how you know it was a Caucasian behind that. This is how you know that a Caucasian put that AI together, because ain't no black woman in the world who really went through struggles in their divorce. No black woman in the world who really built their man up to be a strong black man, who helped him build his business from the ground up. No black woman can ever compare to Porsha, because Porsha didn't do none of that. Porsha did not build Simon up. What Porsha did was wait till he was built up and went in there and snatched the coins. That's what Porsha did. And look, y'all not mad at it, because this is the world we live in. The people today, the Gen Zers and all these people who just want to get something for nothing, y'all are praising that because y'all feel like, you know they nobody wants to work, everybody want to take something from somebody else, and that's what Portia did. But it is what it is. I'm listen, I already told y'all I didn't feel like there were any victims in this situation, but if I gotta pick a side, which I always do, see, I'm not one of these bloggers. Okay, I'm not one of these bloggers who will sit there and be like teeter tottering, flip flopping, don't know what's right or what's wrong or whatever. I'm gonna pick a side, okay? I'm gonna tell you what I think. Now we ain't all gotta agree. We ain't all gotta agree on which side I pick, but I'm gonna pick a side each and every time. And this time, throughout the very beginning, I picked Simon's side from the very beginning. At first, I was on Simon and Portia's side. It was Simon and Porsha and Fallon. Y'all remember that? And Fallon was messing around with the pool boy, and she was pregnant by the pool boy. And I was the first person to tell y'all that Fallon, and somebody had spotted Fallon walking around the neighborhood, and she was big and pregnant. And then Fallon got on the internet and tried to debunk my story and say, ATLian, I'm not big and pregnant, and I got a yard to walk my dogs. And I'm like, well, girl, you sure had a baby 5 months later. You weren't big and pregnant, but you was pregnant. Okay, you was petite and pregnant. So the people was be mad. So yes, I was like, okay, well, maybe Portia found love. We found a love in a hopeless place. Like maybe she found love with Simon, and things happen. Sometimes people connect when they're in odd spaces in their life. And I was like, well, maybe Portia and Simon really do like each other. They seem to be having a good time. Simon is heartbroken because Fallon was messing around with the pool boy right up under his roof that he was paying for. So maybe, just maybe, the rebound is worth it. So he rebounded with Porsha. Porsha then rebounded over there with him after she did fist bumped him on the air, and they lived happily ever after for 15 months. 15. Yes, the 300 million black man. They lived happily ever after for 15 months. And we saw them flying everywhere, private jets, everything. People was trying to do exposés on Simon, talk about he was a scammer. He owed the jet company. He owed this. And then when I came here with the truth, they told y'all that Simon had gotten the jet situation dismissed. Y'all didn't believe that. It's like the lies be loud, but the truth be silent. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how groupthink works, because it's like when a crowd of people believe something, it gets louder and louder. First, the people were saying that Porsha paid for her own wedding. First, the people were saying that Porsha paid half on the house. First, the people were saying that Simon was taking money from Porsha. First, the people were saying all this. Now, all of a sudden, Porsha put in the legal documents that he's worth 300 million. Now, all of a sudden, everybody believes Porsha. I live for it though. I live for it. You said y'all love to stone the woman. Who is stoning anybody? I am not stoning anybody. Why I keep clicking on you? See what I mean about the person who be wrong be the loudest. You said of course they forgot all that. They sure did. You don't follow the crowd. I know because most of my squad is smart. They saw the rollout. Okay, we was talking about this over on Discord. The rollout with Porsha and Simon. We can go way back to February 2024. What year we in? We go way back to January of 2024 when those immigration documents mysteriously hit the net. Hit in what was it hit Lipstick Alley mysteriously. No stamp on them, okay? Cuz if a blogger had put them out there, we going to put our stamp on it cuz y'all going to give me my credit, okay? But they mysteriously hit the net. Then other bloggers start picking it up from Lipstick Alley. See, I like to see where things originate. And when I see where things originate, I'm like, I wonder why somebody would have put that man whole immigration file on the internet, okay, a year and a half ago, about a month or so before they filed for divorce. I wonder why it had got on there. Who would have thought about that? But you got to remember, Portia got a team of people. And I'm not saying the team did it, but I'm just saying Portia signed a lucrative 360-degree deal with NBC Universal. Portia got a team of PR people, of agents and assistants and all kind of Instagram bots and listen. She had to get all them people together to fight that 300 million man, honey. She knew if she was gonna get a coin, she had to hatch a plan, and that's what happened. Porsha came forward and said that Porsha Guobadia was coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Them damn immigration documents leaked. All the blogs talking about the immigration documents. A week later, Porsha filed for divorce after spending Valentine's Day in the Bahamas, or not in the Bahamas, Lord, in Dubai with Simon, looking happy, all up on the jet skis. I'm just like, what? This needs to be a Lifetime movie. It really does need to be a Lifetime movie. Not Nene be telling Michelle stuff. You ain't like Nene the only person I know. I know everybody in Atlanta. You must don't know me. Google me. Google me. Google Michelle Brown. Michelle ATLN Brown in Atlanta. Google straight from the A. You don't know who I am? You better find out. You better ask somebody. Anyway, it says, Michelle, another CC used your text content about Simon's first wife and she credited you. Thank you. Tell the people who credited me I said thank you. Okay. Tell the people who didn't credit me, I said, kiss my ass. Okay. You said the bots are in the chat. Oh, okay. They must be subscribed because I had put it on subscribers only. So the bots be subscribing too, honey. You said Porsha is a flop. Well, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole, but I do want to remind y'all of some of the things that happened. Okay, y'all remember when Simon got detained? Porsha was actually the first person to tell y'all Simon was detained. She posted and deleted on Instagram. So all of these things have been happening, and people are like, Porsha ain't had nothing to do with it. She didn't have nothing to do with it. And now Porsha been gone. Remember I told y'all June 11th, 12th, somewhere around there, Porsha was going to be leaving to go to Traders. I told y'all that a long time ago. And Porsha been gone for about a week now. Now all of a sudden this rollout, this photo shoot, that's telling me that Porsha did all this before the divorce hearing even came about. Porsha has been waiting on this day to show y'all this. Like this has been her entire plan the whole time. But she didn't think Simon was gonna fight back. She didn't think that. Hold on, let me put some up here for us to look at, honey. Let me put some up here. Hold on, look at this right here. Shout out to who posted this one. This People magazine, but the neighborhood talk had posted this. Talk about Porsha pays homage to Angela Bassett on the cover of People magazine. Now look at this. Look at this AI. Look at this AI fire. Look at this. Look at this cover, Mac. Look at Porsha. Okay, Porsha trying to be Bernadine. Porsha, you did not build that man up. That man did not leave you for the white lady. Okay, that man did not cheat on you. That man wasn't cursing you out. That man didn't beat you. That man didn't do none of that. Porsha, you claim in the People's article that you didn't want the man to travel when you knew you married an immigrant in the first place. Now, I don't understand how you can say, "Oh, I didn't want him to travel. I feel bad. I didn't want him to travel." How you didn't want him to travel when you knew his business was traveling? Can somebody make this make sense to me? Okay, I know some of y'all team Porsha, and y'all can be team Porsha all y'all want to, but I'm team Truth around here. You said Phaedra suggested to Porsha to do a butterfly tribute to her cousin, and Porsha asked, "Do the butterflies come back to the owner?" Child, but listen. Anyway, she built him up on reality TV. I disagree. Michelle is the only content creator I will allow to critique Portia. Everyone else can go. Oh, okay, you're gonna allow me. Okay, thank you, friend. You said, please tell me what exactly Portia accomplished to be on the cover of People magazine. The divorce, what every woman has gone through. I've been divorced too, honey. I was married longer than Portia. Hell, I was married for 10 years. Y'all say I ain't got no man. I was married for 10 years. I lost 10 years of my life married to no good. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't gonna say nothing because I got a little money now. He might sue me for defamation. I'm digressing. Let me move on. Now, Portia did a whole damn photo shoot. Oh, that's the waiting to exhale thing. Okay. But look, Portia did a whole damn photo shoot in front of the car. It's like, is this did they just superimpose Portia's face onto this right here? And I'm not saying Portia ain't got no body, but it look a little weird. It look a little weird. Portia standing in front of that BMW. That's okay. And then she in the divorce, and her makeup looking real pasty. Portia looking like a whole white woman in this with this white suit on. What is this makeup doing, Portia? No, I don't understand. Okay. Let's see the other one. This okay. There she is right there. We got some contouring. It's a little darker. Now look at that makeup right there, and look at that makeup right there. I don't like it. I don't like this makeup right here. But this makeup right here pretty. Okay, there go Portia. Look, any chance she got to promote her product, she will. They go to the Pursuit of Portia book on the table, honey. She's standing at the desk, honey, with her suit on. She says she a businesswoman. Now she is a businesswoman with all of Simon's money. Okay, this a whole divorce photo shoot. I have never seen a divorce photo shoot before in my life. Here go another one. What's this? Oh, she being Bernadette in the mirror. Remember when Bernadette was in the mirror on Way to Exhale when Michael didn't come home, and then Michael came home, said he was spending Christmas with that white lady. Portia want us to believe that she went through something, and that ain't what she went through. Okay, I'm just saying. I feel like it's a travesty. It's a devastation. It's an insult to compare Portia to Waiting to Exhale. And now here she is. I guess she got to mow her own lawn and stuff since Simon won't pay for the lawn care. She got to pick up all Pilar's toys and stuff. I guess that's what this is right here because she at her pool. I don't know what this is, but we're going to leave it at that. You said Simon in Nigeria. She ain't getting no money. Actually, Simon is in Dubai. Okay, actually, Simon is in Dubai. You said this is a sneak peek of how easy it is to lie to people. Okay, listen, I know that some of y'all are Team Portia, and it's okay. You can be Team Portia. But I just want to ask you, do you believe the stories, the lies that are coming out her mouth? Because the people in the comment section do not. The people in the comment section saying boo. The people saying great idea, wrong messenger. The people said, but she said she was ready to snatch someone else's husband after a few sips of Hennessy. The people put Nene Leaks gifts in the comment section where she painting the hat. Okay. The people said somebody said it's the fire that Portia started. Okay. Portia up here striking a match like Bernadine to blow up Michael's BMW, but it was the fire that Portia started. She should have had the Rolls Royce out there. She should have blew that up. Okay. She said she got to turn it back in a few weeks anyway, and it ain't got no tag on it, but I'm digressing. It says duplicated the look and scene perfectly. And then this person said corny, and this person sleeping. People saying this isn't the flex she thought it would be. People said, why is she on the cover of People? You know why she's on the cover of People, ladies and gentlemen? She's on the cover of People because People magazine is one of Bravo's go-to magazines. People magazine, Us magazine, Entertainment Tonight, Page Six. Bravo, NBC Universal, they have a select group of Caucasian news outlets that they allow to have, exclusives of the housewives. They don't give these to the black content creators. No, 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 no. These black content creators be working their ass off, okay, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you know who they give it to? The Page Six. They had them giggling up there with them two gay men, them two white gay men, and it be like Phaedra, or it be Kelly, or it be Cynthia, or it be some of them. You'll never see them sitting with a black woman. Okay, you'll never. They don't do that, and I don't like that. And then they be like really dragging. I don't like it when see, I don't like when the black men do it either, but I'm gonna give them a pass because they black and they got aunts and uncles, aunts and sisters and stuff. But I don't like it when them Caucasian men be sitting up there and they be dragging the black women, talking about their wigs and their clothes. I don't like that. But I'm digressing. But yeah, you said this is a sneak peek. Oh, wait. Let me scroll down to the end. My bad. Shout out to Princess AG. You said I still figure out where the meme came from of Nene painting. It was from where they was at some they was doing some child. I can't remember. They was doing arts and crafts and something. They was painting and it looked like she was painting like a little hat or something. Lie don't care who tell it, and Portia don't care about telling no lies. And since she don't care about telling no lies, we about to look at this right here. Hold on, we about to look at this interview right here so you can laugh. We're gonna laugh together. And even those of you who are team Portia know this some bullshit. I know y'all do. Y'all just don't want to admit it. Y'all just don't want to admit it. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in here. We're gonna look at this interview real quick. Portia on People Magazine, honey. Let me scroll to the okay, it says Portia speaks out in first interview since finalizing her nightmare divorce from Simon Guobadia. It was a nightmare, honey, and she is speaking out for the first time. Now, listen. I want y'all to let me know. Yes, copyright disclaimer in Section 107. The Copyright Act allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. I want y'all to hear this and y'all let me know what y'all think. Portia fans, you listen. I want y'all to listen too, because I don't know.
Now that my divorce is finalized, yes, I'm finally able to exhale. I really am.
Wait a minute. I'm finally able to exhale. This, listen, she planned this about 2-3 months ago. She probably filmed this about a year ago, y'all. Hold on, let's listen.
It comes with mixed feelings. It's
Oh, she still got her wedding ring on.
probably more of like, it's not like a smooth, like, it's like, you know, because it's not smooth yet. Like
Girl, Portia acted like she lost the love of her life. Let's listen.
it's kind of surreal. I mean, divorces are so long and drawn out and so ugly. But I'm just glad not to be in the fight anymore. I'm glad not to battle anymore. I really hope that I can just send love out and be done with like fighting and protecting myself and being in defense mode. I'm just ready to move on and live. I really am. I'm ready for what's next.
Has she not been living this whole time? Shoot, she got Simon deported. She been in the man's house. He couldn't come to the house. She kicked the kids out along with the nanny. Remember, the nanny said that Portia came in and wished her happy birthday and left in the middle of the night. Then she came back and kicked Portia out. I mean, kicked Simon out. And then Simon had to call the police. And Simon was in the back room, said it's a man with a gun. And Portia had came with a man with a gun and said, "Time's up, time to get out." Y'all don't remember none of that though, because y'all don't be paying attention.
Really, really am. And I forgive myself and I truly forgive him. And I'm done with the animosity. And I'm done with what could have been. Well, now that my divorce is finalized,
Hold on, I'm swiping.
yeah, and I'm also done fantasizing about what it could have been. Because when you have a marriage like mine that felt so perfect, you often, after the breakup,
Wait a minute. Now her marriage was perfect. Oh God. Wait a minute. We was witnessing Prince Charles and Princess Diana. What?
fantasize about how perfect it could have been and what you could have done different. And I'm okay now with how everything has happened. And I'm good.
Oh, she said she good. She okay. She okay. She loved the way it happened. She loved that, she had a prenup that actually, she was able to cash out this time. And the people say they ain't mad at her.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's another one. Hold on.
It's
This is
lonely.
another one. Portia said it's lonely. She can't connect with other men. And she said she even questioned if she wanted to be with women. Now this is a gimme gotcha, because remember Simon was saying that Portia was already sleeping with women, because in his paperwork he said she was sleeping with Future, she was sleeping with Ming Lee, she was sleeping with Dennis. Okay, before That's what Simon was saying in his documents. I'm just saying, according to the court documents, now Porsha's saying she was so lonely that she thought about sleeping with another woman. Let's listen.
Um, I can't connect with other men. You know, it's like people trying to introduce me, but it's just when it's not the same, it's not the same. So
Y'all, uh, 15 months. Uh, she giving me that this was the love of her life, and I'm not. This is like Portia's acting skills. Didn't Portia just do a Lifetime movie? Because this feeling like real Lifetime ish.
I'm gonna do it different this time. I'm gonna be alone until I'm whole, and then when I'm whole, then I will, open myself back up so I don't make the same mistake again.
Portia fans, do you not see this? Portia fans, I'm gonna read these comments on here. I ain't got nothing to do with these Instagram comments. I'm gonna read some of these Instagram comments because look like Portia fans see through this too. Let's keep listening.
When you go through a bad enough breakup, you're like, I don't like nobody. Like, you're like, I don't like nobody. I was sitting there, I was like, do I like women enough? Can I get with a woman? Like, who can come in and fill this void? Like, oh my God, somebody. I have got to be able to sit with someone and feel a part of what I felt with him. But I don't yet. It'll come. It'll come. But I'm like, and I think that it's lonely.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's not whole. He took a part of her, but wasn't it Porsha who decided to file for divorce?
And I think that now that I'm realizing that, because what I've decided is that I'm not going to look for it anymore. So I'm not going to like push myself into dating or anyone or trying to figure out, who do I like? Who could I be around? Because this is.
Oops. Wait, I did something. What'd I do? Lord, I didn't kick myself out the studio trying to be messy. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Damn. How I do that? Oh, there I am right now. Okay, enter. Okay, present the screen. Now I gotta start that one all over again.
Me just sitting with this, sitting with being alone, sitting with the loss, and let myself heal the loss. And I know I'm crying right now, but I feel good every day, each day. I get better each day. I feel stronger. But I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard living lonely when you have to live lonely for a while. Oh, and I think that
Now the comments are saying, did I take it down? Oh, I did. The comments are mixed, but most of the comments, look, they go to Nene Gift saying, "Okay, girl, bye." Somebody else saying, "I don't feel bad for you. You stole that lady's man and her problems." Somebody else said, "Porsha is going to shine because haters are doing their job." Okay, we doing our job. Well, she giving us content to do our job. If you considering us haters, but just having an opinion. Somebody said she can't be serious. Somebody else said this could have been prevented if she actually dated Simon and then jump in that lady pool and marry her man. Look, then they got the Nene gifts again saying, "Girl, bye." Then they got the Evelyn Lozada gift saying, "Girl, bye." Then they got somebody smoking a cigarette saying, "I don't believe you." Somebody said, "Sis Porsha, be with yourself for a while. Then you will figure it out, my love. You have your mom, your sister, and your baby for now. And she got a house she living in, and she ain't got to pay no bills until they go back to the bank." Okay. And so, yeah, this is all just messy, messy, messy. And I'm living for the mess now. I am living for the mess. Now, put a one in the chat if you team Porsha and you believe that she is heartbroken. I know some of y'all gonna be team Porsha regardless. It is what it is. Put a 5 in the chat if you just don't believe it. You just don't believe it. You could still be team Porsha and don't believe it. Put a 1 in the chat if you are sad for this breakup. Put a 5 in the chat if you think Porsha is all cap. I need to know. I need to know what y'all think. Okay. Oh, it's a lot of 5s. Oh, it's some team Porsha. Hold on. How I put the somebody said, oh, wait a minute, y'all. I can put the comments up here. Okay. Okay, y'all. Oh, hold on. Like this video as y'all get in here. Like this video. Oh, I can do it I gotta do it in StreamYard. Okay, there it is right there. Okay. Oh, they right there on the side. Oh, okay, look at all them 5s. Okay. He said, "Porsha, you and Dennis You had Dennis up and down in that house. Look at all them fives, fives, one. Okay, College B-ball said one. College B-ball is a it don't matter what Porsche do, it's gonna be right. It's gonna be right. Okay. So salute to Porsche and getting out of that devastatingly bad marriage and coming out ahead. Meanwhile, what's Simon Guobadia doing? I want to see what Simon over there doing since he's free. He is free. He is free. What's his name? I am Simon Guobadia. Okay, let's go over to Simon page and see, because y'all said Simon was in Nigeria. Simon said he is not in Nigeria, child. Simon right here on the golf course in the Middle East in Dubai. Simon said the Middle East is peaceful. Tensions will ease and peace will prevail. Happy Tuesday. Okay, it's Tuesday over there right now. He just posted this 5 minutes ago. Look at that. Okay. And then let's see what's next. Okay, there goes Simon in Dubai. He said Qatar Airways Business Lounge Delta. Okay, he's still flying. He said conflict in the Middle East. The worst thing you can do is stop moving. Happy Monday. Okay. And then, Simon, look.
Freedom. Let freedom reign.
So Simon said, if you can find it in your heart to love yourself and your neighbor, holding no animosity towards anyone, you'll ride the waves of life with grace and always rise above. Happy Saturday from Doha, Qatar. Okay. So look, Simon been moving since he got out. Look, he was right here. He was at the St. Regis in Qatar right here. Look at that. He looking all skinny. He wasn't eating well in Club Ice. That's what he said. He said, life's good. Even the setbacks build my bounce back muscle. Each day I aim to level up from the last. Happy Saturday from sunny Doha. Now let's see if someone surprises me with a new jet before I leave. Okay. Then he over there eating. He said, in the UAE, even the simplest meal is a masterpiece. And with each memory, I ache for the life I left behind just 4 months ago. Happy Thursday. Hashtag I'm back. Okay. This was his first post 5 days ago. Said he's back. My heart is still full of love for this life. Actually, even more so now. So, Simon doing his dang thing. People are saying that, Simon, that Porsha victory was a little bit empty. Okay. It was a little bit empty because apparently, Simon was ordered to pay her $40,000 a month, was ordered to keep pay the maintenance of the house, was ordered to still pay the mortgage for 36 months. And then Porsha has the option to buy it within those 36 months because they're gonna put it in a trust and then they gotta pay him out his half or whatever. But people were saying, if I was Porsha, I'll sell it. But she can't sell it. She can't sell it right now because A, the trust ain't been set up. B, it's still in Simon's name. And D, it's like, how's she gonna sell it? Who gonna buy a $7 million, $7.5 million house just like that? That's not the average house being sold in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just letting y'all know. So it's really interesting to see. It will be really interesting to see how this all plays out. But in the meantime, I guess Porsha can film. Porsha can film her YouTube channel. Porsha can film her whatever show she got coming up next. Okay, she can make her bag. Shout out to D Hayden said, Michelle, I love your overlay. DM me and tell me which one you use for my gaming channel. Child, this is StreamYard, friend. It's StreamYard. It should be in my description box of any of my videos. Go down to the description box and get the link. Okay. But yeah. You said, what else y'all saying in this chat? You said 36 months is sweet away. It's 36 months from the time she filed for divorce. So how long it's been since they've been filed? About a year and a half. So she got, I guess, another, I can't add, but what is it? Another year and a half left, somewhere around there, another 2 years left. He said, Simon, are you negotiating for 47? Y'all are hilarious. But anyway, that's that Porsha tea. Y'all said that, Porsha got me in a chokehold. Well, I had to put her first and she got me in a chokehold. Salute to Porsha on her victory. Salute to Porsha on her divorce photo shoot. And the cover of People magazine. I am still outdone with this cover of People magazine over getting divorced though. I really am. Anyway, moving on. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Now, Let me go ahead and talk about this other person I'm obsessed with. Hold on, let me see what the thing is. Is this it right here? Let me talk about this other person who I am obsessed with. Her name is Kenya Moore. Now, people were saying that, just the other day, I had told Team Twirl that they needed to go and support their queen because she was having a whole thrift shop at Kenya Moore Hair Spa. She said that she was selling her old dresses, her old used dresses, and her old crusty shoes, and may even had some of Mark's stuff in there because remember she had all them clothes that had Mark's tags on them. Well, Kenya apparently canceled it, postponed it, and I'm still trying to figure out why she postponed it. Hold on, I had a screenshot that I wanted to share with y'all. And hold on, I have so much stuff in here. Um, Kenya postponed her pop-up shop at her salon because she said due to the overwhelming response of it. Now, it's crazy because if there was an overwhelming response, one would assume that you would move forward with the pop-up shop because an overwhelming response means that there will be people there willing to buy your dresses. Am I am I mistaken? Y'all let me know. Well, apparently, Kenya feels that, too many people was gonna come and she didn't want all them people in her hair spa that's open maybe once a month. And so she postponed it. Now, people are all on TikTok actually dragging Kenya. Listen, the views and opinions of these people ain't got nothing to do with me. And shout out to the person who sent this to me because I'm not sure that they want y'all to know they sent it. Hold on, let me send it to myself straight from the A right here. So over here on TikTok, somebody paid a visit to Kenya Moore Hair Spa Child. And recently, was this today? What date was this? This say 23 hours ago. So somebody paid a visit after Kenya decided to postpone her hair spa event. It ain't me. Y'all ain't gonna call me no stalker. So was it Granny, the Granny person? Look at this, look at this, look at this. All in front of Kenya Moore hair spa. And look at them dresses in front of Kenya. I know them good people over there at that strip mall did not want you to have no hair spa with no dresses in the front. This looked like the average in this Asian beauty supply store at this point. You know how the Asian beauty supply store had leggings and shirts and shoes all in the front, and then they braiding the hair in the back, and then they selling makeup over there. That's what this look like. Why can't you got these dresses in the front like this? This is country. Hold on, let's see what it say.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Coming
child.
to
What's
you with
tea?
Let's Sip. Hey, and let's talk about it now. Let's sip. And let's talk about it now. Let's sip. Hey, and let's
Girl,
talk
just get
about it
to
now.
whoop.
Granny style.
Okay,
Woohoo!
Granny.
Hey, hey. I just wanted to get this great content here, right here, y'all. Guess where I'm at? I'm in
Girl,
front of
where you at,
Kenya
child?
Moore Hair Spa.
Oh,
But it's not a spa hair
oh,
no more. Y'all
what
see
is
them
child?
clothes in that dough. But wait a
Uh,
minute, I'm only back here. Let me tell my followers now, because I had quite a few followers telling me, "Oh, it's open. You got to make an appointment. You got to call." I live in this area. I like drove by here every day, like, and I never seen nobody. But y'all, this is June 10th.
hey, Kenya's in the chat. Hey, Cody.
June 10th in Atlanta weekend. Tell me why ain't nobody here. Like, I wish I could go up to that nail salon. Is they open there? No, it's kind of late. But anyway, let me show y'all what it's doing. Kenya Moore Hair Spa has clothes in it. So it still got its
Oh,
name in it. So maybe
not the clothes, child. They got a lot of clothes in there too.
this is her fashion.
Wait, look at all them clothes back there in the back. Wait a minute. Where is the flat irons? Where is the blow dryers? Where are the Kenya Moore shampoo? Where is the shampoo? What the hell is happening?
Fancy dresses, y'all. I'm putting them on blast if you just want to order something. I don't know how it works, but good gracious, they don't look new.
Hey, look at all that stuff in there. Look at that. Where's the clients. What? Oh God.
Don't look like no new clothes, y'all, but that's just me. I'm just looking because it's fashion and it's in the door because this is all of her stuff. So let me tell y'all how a build out works. What
I guess Granny finna give us some tea. What's the build out, Granny?
happened is Kenya Moore got on TikTok, Facebook, one of them Instagram technology concepts, and said that she has a problem with the landlord because
Oh, she said that on her last YouTube video. She did say that she had expenses for a build out and the landlord was supposed to reimburse her for the build out. And she said the landlord never reimbursed her, so she stopped paying rent. Now the gag is, why would you do all that in a building that you don't own? But listen, who is me to judge? Okay. And so she's not paying rent. And to me, that sounded like a little soft rollout to tell y'all that she about to get either kicked out or sued. I'm just letting y'all know. Now let's finish listening.
he won't give her build out money back. So this is what a build out looks like. What happened was, let's just say she went to the leasing agent. She said, I'm gonna lease this building, this business, for 5 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever her leasing agreement may have been. And I'm gonna lease it and I'm gonna renovate it. I'm gonna put 200,000 in it. So will you give me 90,000 of my dollars or whatever she asks back? Which is understandable when you're going to give them money each month for
Oh, that's the shade. Granny know the tea, honey. Granny said, of course they would give you your money back if you was giving them money each month for your rent. But see, you ain't got no clients, you ain't got no overhead, you ain't got no money. Hell, you ain't even got no damn paycheck. You can't pay the rent. So of course they not gonna reimburse you for building it out when they about to kick your ass out in a minute.
amount of years. Now that's how it works when you buy a business and when you do a build out. So when y'all hear her say build out, landlord ain't giving me my money back, that man, whoa, you got to give me my years of leasing. I'm just sharing, y'all. I ain't hating on nobody. I'm a businesswoman too. I'm just sharing the knowledge, and you can share this right here. Hey, I live in Atlanta, so I can get out and let's sip. Hey, and let's talk about it now. Let's sip. Hey, and let's talk about it now. Let's sip. And let's talk about it now. Granny style, please comment, share, because I'm just sharing my little content. And I love the feedback that my followers are giving me. I do. I respect all of the do's that I hear. I ain't got a problem with it. Please keep commenting. You make my content look good because I come out here and do what you want to see. Y'all asked for this. Somebody said, oh no, you can call her. You can
I ain't got
call
nothing
me.
to
You
do with
just
it.
got to make reservations on baby.
I'm
I
just
don't think
playing
they're
it.
doing hair in here. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. It kind of looked like more like a dressing room. Let's look in the back. Oh, she
Oh,
still got them washroom things back there. I don't know. Maybe you get both.
now she all
Hey,
in the
you get an
face.
outfit and you get your hair done. How about that? Whoa, Kenya, that's what you
Whew.
call collaboration technique. Oh, I like that black dress up there. Y'all see that black one? Ooh, that is sexy, mama. That's
Now
nice.
she
It
got all
doesn't look
kind of.
new
She
to
got her
me.
whole
Hold on,
closet
ain't
in
got
there
no
stuff.
price tag on it. Okay, but please comment, share, Granny
Y'all go support
style.
Granny Style over there on the TikToks, child. Y'all go support Granny Style over there on the TikTok. Now, this is what I was looking for earlier, where she had postponed the pop-up shop indefinitely because she said due to overwhelming response. And it's like, girl, if there was an overwhelming response, wouldn't you want people in there to buy your stuff? Okay. And this is courtesy of Reddit, because Reddit be on Kenya Moore's neck. Do you hear me? It says, due to the overwhelming response for all the fans, we are postponing the pop-up event tomorrow. This was this past weekend. It was supposed to have been Saturday, June 21st. It says numerous fans requested online access to purchase many of the one of a kind archival pieces and luxury goods. I'm also excited to announce, as an ambassador for Baby Quest Grants, we will donate a portion of the proceeds from our sales of our live auction. For more info, coming soon as we prepare for the epic event. Thank you, Team Twirl. Can't wait to see you soon. So how you gonna schedule a date, postpone it and then don't give no indication of when the next date is. Child, if you don't go on somewhere, somebody was in the chat. They was talking about her AI picture. Look at this AI picture, right there. And somebody said that's Kenya Moore from across the street. Somebody said she must have applied the Naomi Campbell filter. Somebody said you don't postpone an event due to an overwhelming response. You add a second or third event. She is full of crap. Let me like that because that's right. She is full of crap. Somebody said she is a liar. Oh, wait. Somebody said it came out today, at least on Reddit. Georgia is shutting down her salon from non-compliance with paperwork. What? Child, let me go look for that. Hold on. Hold on. It's on Reddit. That Georgia. Wait a minute. Reddit got the tea. Hold on. Where's the Reddit? Hold on. Let me see what the Reddit say. Kenya Moore. Here's why. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Ooh, this is 5 days ago. Ooh, this is 5 days ago. It says so. The state of Georgia is going to dissolve the Kenya Moore hair spa. Now, let me be transparent with you. I get these all the time because I be forgetting to pay my LLC every year. My attorney have to remind me every year that I have to pay it. And they give you, I think, 30 to 45 days to pay it after the date. And now I got to where I pay like 3 years in advance. But anyway. Uh yeah, it's possible that she just forgot. It's possible. I'm just going, but it's a notice to administratively dissolve her LLC. Um, and the people said she hasn't paid some sort of license tax or registration. It's for her LLC. But she has 60 days to pay it and things will be fine. That's what this notice actually says. And then somebody says she is fighting with her landlord and refuses to pay them according to her YouTube video. So she has two things going on. Why renew if she is hoping that the landlord kicks her out? Ooh. And then the other person said if the state is threatening her business license, that means she effectively cannot run that business at all anywhere if she doesn't pay them. And I'm feeling like this is probably all tied up with her lawyers. What a mess she got herself into. Ooh, child. This on the Reddit. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, my name Wes. I ain't on this dismiss, and this is according to Reddit. Okay, the views and opinions expressed by Reddit are on Reddit. Okay. Oh, somebody said Kenya is a horrible businesswoman. She said those things in her last YouTube video to control the narrative. I said the same. Oh, y'all, the Reddit is on it. The Reddit must be squad members because I said the same thing. She knows she needs the RHOA check. What other successful businesses does she have? I don't even see her products in the stores anymore. They used to call Porsha dumb, but she and Candy seem to be the only ones who know how to keep a successful business and keep finding ways to get a check. Ooh. Somebody said the downfall I've been waiting for is coming to fruition. Ooh, the Kenya haters is over here, child. Y'all think it's me. It ain't just me. It's a lot of people looking at Kenya. Oh, child, this is a mess. Well, I'm just here to show you she got a intent notice of intent to administratively dissolve her Kenya Moore hair spa, and not to say that it will happen or not, but it is there. Somebody said, "Dang, remember when Kenya was dragging Nene? Do you? Do you remember when Kenya was dragging Nene? I do. Remember when Kenya called Nene a talentless buffoon? Remember when Kenya said that Nene would never be returned to Bravo, and now Nene has a relationship with NBC Universal? Remember. Now I got some tea for you. I heard that Kenya is not coming back season 17, and y'all can mark my words. Y'all can pin it. Y'all can tell everybody. Y'all can come back to this video in 10 months when the housewives finally come on. Y'all can do all of that. Okay. Um, but yeah, Kenya would not be back season 17. Now, I don't know about season 18, but I know season 17 she would not be back. Allegedly, and this is all hearsay from people that I know in the streets. Somebody had said that Phaedra had signed a contract, and Phaedra will definitely be back, okay? Because her, she came in at the end of the season, and the contract that she signed was for a full season. So she got the end of this season, and she got all of next season. And according to the people that I know who know Phaedra, apparently apparently Phaedra's contract was like she ain't working with Kenya. You know how they do. That's what Porsha and Kenya did to Marlo, and now Phaedra is doing it to Kenya and probably Candy too. Okay, so we probably won't see Candy. Y'all thinking that Candy gonna come back? You know Candy ain't coming back if Phaedra there. But I'm digressing. Phaedra is back, honey. Phaedra is all the way back, and Phaedra is so far back that Andy said she ain't going nowhere. Okay, Phaedra is on a whole world tour when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she is my next topic. So go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you. Phaedra has been hitting the rounds on everywhere. Okay, y'all remember the gay the gay white men that Bravo goes to for their press. Y'all remember I was telling you about them, the page sixes and the this and the that and the this. Well, Phaedra been on all of them this week. Phaedra been on every last one of them. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. This week, Phaedra Parks. Here go Phaedra 3 days ago on Entertainment Tonight. Phaedra Parks calls season 16 reunion hot and spicy and reacts to Britt Edie's lawsuit. Let me see. And it's another one right here. Phaedra Parks, she was on a live stream, child. Phaedra been everywhere. Let me show you all this stuff Phaedra been on. Phaedra been on that's the one I was about to look at right there. When she talking about the lawsuit up at the top. And then she was on this right here, the reality star roundup. This was on Sherry show. And then what the other interview? Oh, there go. Wait, there go the other interview right there. The Excess Hollywood interview. There she go right there. Okay, and then so yeah, Phaedra has been making the rounds. Okay, there go another one right there. There she is on OK Magazine. Okay, she said Phaedra Park says she is bringing the fun back to Housewives, and then there she is right there on Reality Nightcap. I told you she be with all the Caucasians. She is making the Caucasian rounds. Okay. And then, oh, that's the after show. Oh, that's me right there. So yeah, Phaedra been on all the stuff. I don't know which one to look at first. Let me see. Let me look at the short one first. Phaedra Park says she is bringing the fun back to Housewives. That's OK Magazine. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, section 107. The Copyright Act allows is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. Oh, that ain't no. That's a animated one. That don't count. Okay, let me go back to where she talking. Okay, here go one. Oh, this is Access Hollywood. Phaedra Park calls out Britt Edie for skipping the reunion. Let me see.
Phaedra, I am so happy to see you today.
It is great to see you again too, girl. What's going on?
I was so excited when you came back on my screen.
Girl, did she even know who Phaedra was before today? I don't. Child, let me see what the thing. Okay, filming. Oh, taking Kenya's peach. Let me go this one. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the topics. Saving the show. Let me go there.
Baby, do you think you saved the show?
Well, I can't say that because I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I love the new.
Okay, well, we know you didn't save the show, Phaedra. So good answer. Let's see what's the next one. She says she's the godmother of Atlanta. What?
I'm the godmother of Atlanta.
You know all.
So yeah, so I was hearing what was going on. So yeah, so it was a good opportunity for me. But this is always going to be my first love. Of course, being a housewife is like being in any sorority, whether you be Atlanta, Beverly Hills.
Well, we knew she was coming back. Okay, let me go back. It says taking Kenya's peach. Let's go here and see what she's talking about. Taking Kenya's peach.
Boots on the ground, honey. So technically, you did take over Kenya's peach. Have you heard from her?
You heard that little giggle?
No, I mean, no, I haven't heard from her. But it's not like I heard from her prior to coming back.
Ooh, what we know Kenya don't talk to nobody. Who is Kenya talking to? Can we go there? Can we? Oh, I forgot to say that during my Kenya Moore hair spot segment, but I'm gonna say it in a minute.
The last time I saw Kenya was at Greg's memorial service, and so that's been a few years ago.
Yeah, that's been a while ago. Were you surprised though with how everything came down? Because that was like the big thing in the start of the season. That was the big explosion that happened. What was your take on all of it?
Well, I thought it was unfortunate. I think, I wasn't there, but of course I heard a lot about it. It's just unfortunate.
So you come in, there's new ladies.
Yes.
She's trying to be petty, but I don't think it's coming off really good. We could have had a better interviewer, but I mean, this is cute.
How did it compare to filming with the OGs?
Well,
I mean, these are different women.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a different energy. And I always say to people, when I started, there was no blueprint. We could not look at any other show and say, hey, this is what should be happening, or, you know, have any inkling of if we're doing it right, if we're doing it wrong.
well, okay. Before I look, what y'all saying in this chat? You said, Michelle, you know that Phaedra brings that demographic back to RHOA. No, 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 no. I didn't say she wasn't doing well. I didn't say that. I just said she wasn't saving the show. Okay, she looks amazing. Okay, she looks amazing. Now, what I wanted to say about I got to get this off my chest. Okay, I got to get this off my chest. Can we back up for like 5 seconds to Kenya Moore hair spa really quickly? I said this earlier on Instagram because this was on my heart, and I really, really feel kind of bad about Kenya Moore Hair Spa. But why is it that the people who have been like riding for Kenya publicly, like, saying Kenya Moore should have her peach back, or, i.e., like Candy Burris or Claudia Jordan, colorist Claudia Jordan, why is it that those same people aren't like frequenting her spa? Why is it that when colorist Claudia comes to Atlanta, she don't go to Kenya Moore Hair Spa and be like, I just got my hair done at Kenya Moore Hair Spa to kind of debunk the rumors on Kenya Moore's behalf? Why is it that Candy, who isn't on the show anymore, doesn't take her daughter up there to get her hair washed or something? Like, why is it that no one in Kenya's immediate proximity is supporting Kenya Moore Hair Spa in any form of fashion? You don't find that odd? Because I think Kenya's not a girl's girl. And I think, at the end of the day, a lot of them people who claim to like really like her, it's a transactional relationship. Like Claudia is only pretending to like Kenya because she feels like her relationship with Kenya might get her another job somewhere else. Or Candy was only pretending to like Kenya because she feels like, she owes Kenya because Kenya stood by her in order to get Nene off the show. So yeah, I just want to know. I want to know, child. Who is these people sending me stuff? Okay. You said nope. I find it exactly how it is. Okay. Houston Foodie said either way, it was poorly ran or it really doesn't exist. Okay. Well, there's that. Now let me finish with this Phaedra. Let me go back to Phaedra. Now, like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. You said no one on RHOA likes anyone. that's facts. That would help her because the average cannot afford $300 for a wrap, and that's not even it's not even the money to me. To me, it's like the support and the overwhelmingly public support of those people. Like, why is it that she ain't got no aunts, aunties, cousins, family members, neighbors, like anybody, doing some type of like social media content for her spa? Like, it's no one. And so when people say they go by there and it's closed, that is the narrative that sticks out there. And people get mad at me for saying it. Hell, I didn't say it so much. I'm tired of saying it. I go by there all the time. It's always closed every day of the week. So I mean, it is what it is. Derek J, Miss Lawrence. Well, they got their own spot and their own clientele. Yes, where's her Aunt Lori and her cousin Shay? Chef Shay, where is Chef Shay? Not black people don't support black people. Now that's a lie. Black people do support black people. I was at a black owned restaurant today. Shout out to Sea Salt. I love my Sea Salt. Hey one friend. I had me the all you can eat crab legs over there at Sea Salt today. So listen. Black people do support it. You said she has no friends. I don't know. You said Aunt Lori disappeared. I guess they said Aunt Lori was answering the phones, but now Kenya answering the phone. Now let me go back to Phaedra, honey. Let me go back to Phaedra, see what else she was saying about Britt Eating and the lawsuit and everything. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Whew. Let me see. It says filming old versus new. Okay. Social media and trolls. Do we care about that one? No. Mini Phaedra son. Full season return. Let's see what she said about this full season return. At least they got timestamps. I can appreciate the timestamps. Hold on. Let me see.
Next season, could we see you do, the full season so we do get to see more of your sons?
Yeah, no, I'm coming back.
Remember what I told you? I told y'all just a minute ago that I had heard that Phaedra was back. Phaedra right here confirming that she's back next season already.
Next season, I'm super excited about it because obviously I'll have more than 10 days to have
Yeah.
fun. So I'm super excited about it. And I think
Oh, my tea was legit. I didn't even know she had said this in this video. My tea was legit. Look at that.
we've started in the right direction to getting people excited about seeing the show. And I think more people are going to tune in, hopefully,
Yeah.
and, shake some things up.
Shake them
You know,
things
'cause
up.
10
Real
days.
So Phaedra has confirmed she is back for season 17. Now, like I told you, that means that Kenya is not.
This is not long enough to shake it up.
I was gonna say you already did so much though in 10 days. So imagine having those 2 months to 3 months to really throw some peaches and shake things
Honey,
up.
throw some peaches upside the head.
Okay, let's see what else they had. Return from Grenada. Okay, Brittany's reunion. Let's look at that part. And no, I have not watched this interview. Actually, this is my first time watching it.
1,000%. Okay, so 3 episodes, then the
Mhm.
reunion. The big thing I feel like everyone's talking about the reunion is Britt does not show up.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
I was totally surprised because she picked up her dress the day before, picked up her shoes, got her nails done. So it was shocking to me. And I like Brittany.
I was about to say, like,
I
you
really
guys
like
have.
it. Yeah, we roommate together.
Yeah.
And so I got to know her really well. And she washed my whole body out of that oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was so good. I was like, oh God, I need to hire her. She should be like a like a masseuse. I mean, she was just, it was better than those, you go to those little spas and
Yeah.
they scrub you all
Oh,
down.
Britt,
It was
okay.
really good. So she's got another life.
She's
in her.
got
She
a
doesn't
whole
wanna do
other situation.
insurance. She can do spas and do
Okay.
the body scrubs.
So did she tell you that she wasn't going to have
Dang well she did not tell for Phaedra, but we gonna listen.
at the reunion, or she just doesn't show
No,
up?
I was expecting her.
Mm.
I was definitely expecting her. And so I was nervous and afraid because, things happen. We live in Atlanta, bad traffic, accidents, people oversleep. So, and to be really honest, I'm very somewhat protective of new housewives because I remember being a new housewife.
Right.
And it's a hard job.
You know what? I did see the episode where when they went in Grenada and Phaedra gave Brittany a little bit of advice and pretty much said, if somebody wants to come in your house, have a charcuterie board, invite them in, like, be open, be pleasant, like, all of that. So I really appreciated her, like, giving her at least a little bit of advice about how to maneuver. That was a good thing. And I don't like the way they treating Britt this season, but we're gonna get there in a minute.
And you got to be a tough cookie. And so I always try to show people grace when they're new and just, because you have to learn what's going on, get your footing.
Do you think
Okay, now what's next? Let's see. Dreamcast. Let's see what her Dreamcast is.
that was the right move?
You said who is she interviewing with? She's interviewing with Housewives Nightcap. Bravo has their go-to people that are not black. All of their go-to people are Caucasian, unfortunately, or fortunately for them. They have, the Housewives Nightcap, they have E, they have Us Magazine, they have People, they have what's the other one? Page 6. So there are several, and us black creators, I guess we just had to get the trickle down. We get them talking to the Caucasians, and we have to dissect it like I'm doing right now.
Her not showing up.
I have been through some of the toughest reunions. When people say they have a bad edit, I think basically my whole entire career on the Housewives has been a lot of bad edits.
Yeah.
So I've sat in the fire numerous times, and it has never stopped me from showing up. I mean, you just have to go through it. I mean, but honey, coal is refined in the fire, honey. It comes out as a diamond. So get into it.
She looked at camera. I told her ahead of time. I was like, dude.
You said that's George Bush daughter. Child, I didn't know. Let me go on to the next one. Child, let me see what else. I don't see nothing else I want to hear about. Okay, let me go to the next interview. Because like I said, she did several. Let me go back. That was her on there. And then she was on here. Phaedra Parks calls season 16 reunion hot and spicy, reacts to Britt Edie's lawsuit. And here is
We are nearing the end of Sweet 16,
another one. Hold on.
the Real Housewives of Atlanta. How has it been different the second time around? What feels
She's with Bryce, another one of Bravo's go-tos.
different?
You got to remember, I was only filming for 10 days. So we did 5 episodes in 10 days, which is a lot of work. But it's just a different feel. But, you know, there's some nostalgia with Porsha and Cynthia. But at the same time, we've got some new little firecrackers in the group. So it makes it interesting.
Yep. So once you go ahead.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit through this music there.
All that work. Walk me through the timeline.
You know, there had been some chatting prior to me obviously making a decision, and some conversations had been had, but obviously I was on another show. So it didn't work out because they were shooting simultaneously.
Like she said, she knew she was coming back to the Housewives, so she was like, deuces.
But then when the opportunity presented itself and the stars aligned, I said, okay, I'm ready to return.
You at one point had called this show the Titanic. Do you want to take that back?
If I wanted a peach, I would have a peach pie. But that's
Oh, so Bryce been watching the Black blogs because we've been called her out about that Titanic comment.
not, no. I will be yachting. Let them continue to sail away on the Titanic, okay?
Oh, God.
I'm very good. No, I don't want to take it back because it was sinking.
Okay.
It was sinking, honey. It was sinking. But, you know, everything can come back. So now we're yachting. We're sailing again. You know, the sails are up and we're moving.
Your tagline this season.
I returned from the dead. Now let's bury the past for good.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Season, obviously not, I think you even said this in your return episode, not your best moment.
I definitely didn't hear what I felt like I needed to hear from her.
Now they're going back to Grapegate.
I feel completely taken advantage of.
If you go back and watch that last reunion episode, it kind of seems like, can Porsha and Phaedra come back from this? So what work went into that?
You know what? Obviously, that was a tough time, but, you know, I never stopped talking to her, never stopped loving her as a friend. And I think the sentiments, it was mutual. I mean, we didn't obviously hang out immediately after that, but at the
They ain't hung out in years, child.
same time, when you have a friendship, they go through, you know, highs and lows, yings and yangs. And so our friendship is a real friendship outside of the
Their friendship is built on dollars and cents, honey. Look at Porsha's teeth. Their teeth look big as heck. Oh, I'm digressing.
cameras. And so, you know, we have survived it. We've seen each other over the years, you know. So it is what it is. And so, I mean, like I always say,
Right, the boat will stop sinking when they get 1 million views. They in the 400,000s. The boat has sunk. They the lowest they've ever been. Phaedra, what is you talking about?
you know, saint has a past. Every sinner has a future, honey.
Is that the ultimate learning lesson you walked away with? Now, all this time, you can look back on it.
Well, no, that's always been one of my mantras. I've said that since day one of joining Housewives. Those were some of the best years of my life. I mean, I did things that I never thought I could do, but I learned during that moment who my source was. And so sometimes you're in jobs and situations and scenarios, and you know it's time for you to leave because you're not.
Yes, we are researching. Copyright disclaimer on Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. We are researching.
Happy, but you can't because you just can't walk away. And, you know, God will make it so you have to walk away. And when you walk away, it's like the best thing you ever did because you get peace of mind, you know, and you just get the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Because if you are truly a success story, you can lose it all and get it right back.
Oh, that's shade to Candy Burris.
Once and for all, who is Frick and who is Frack?
Frick is Porsha and I'm Frack.
Okay, how was that decided?
You know what? I don't know because it's been going on for so long. But yeah, Portia's Frick and I'm Frack.
Now, you just filmed the reunion for this season.
Yes.
We know Britt skipped out.
She did.
And then opted to file some paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make?
Let's hear what Phaedra gonna say on this. She been asked this in every interview. This is like the second interview.
Of you've also skipped a reunion, so that's not
Yeah.
unexplored territory. But what do you make of her not showing up and pulling that move she did?
You know what? It's unfortunate. I like Britt Edie, but at the end of the day, it's a few things money can't buy, and peace is one of them. And so, I just hope she's okay. I mean, because being a housewife and being on television is not as easy as people think it is. It comes with a lot. And so
I like her answer. I like her being real political with this, and I like her at least showing a little grace to Britt Edie. I like that.
everyone who joins the show understands what it brings to your life.
It was a 1-2 punch of headlines that day. Did you all know in the filming that she had filed, or did you find out when you left filming that day?
I found out during.
Okay.
Mhm.
Does that come up in the discussion?
No.
Okay. Everyone else was there, though.
Yes.
How would you describe reunion day?
Oh, it was hot and spicy. Like some good Popeye's chicken. It was a very good reunion. Things were resolved, secrets were revealed. So there's a lot of revelations in this reunion.
Do you think Britt should have shown up there to say her piece?
I've been
Interesting. Okay, I'm Team Britt right now. I mean, let's put the lawsuit to the side. I'm really Team Britt, and we're gonna talk about the chicken and waffles episode in just a minute.
been through numerous very difficult reunions. I mean, I've been on reunion getting ready to deliver. I've been on reunion after having a baby. So I have been, during some of the most, fragile times of my life. And it is what it is. You sometimes you have to sit in the fire and be a phoenix rising. But not everyone's cut like that. So what works for me doesn't work for everybody. And so it takes a lot of resilience.
Who was the phoenix coming out of this reunion? Anybody around?
Oh, he asking all the questions about the reunion, child.
Eyes?
I think Porsha is the phoenix rising this reunion because
And you know why Porsha is the phoenix rising? Because Bravo and NBC has invested money into her. I just said this when we talked about that People magazine cover. Porsha is in Scotland. She filmed that cover about a month ago, okay? And so the rollout has begun. And you're gonna see Porsha everywhere. And so all of y'all talking about I talk about Porsha all the time. That's what they want. They want us to keep talking about Porsha.
Porsha, felt like she had a very difficult season. And it was because she was going through some difficult things in her personal life. And of course, I understood it because I've been through a divorce that was obviously very public.
Right.
When Phaedra went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. When Nene went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. When Cynthia went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. Why is it that Porsha getting a People magazine cover for this divorce? I'm just for this 15-month divorce. What is it about People magazine? What is it about her divorce that warranted the cover of People magazine?
And so she was going through that. And sometimes when you're dealing with those very difficult moments, it's hard to, be your best self. And people have to, your real friends will know that and they'll support you and try to help you through that time.
I would imagine the conversation around her and Shamia's friendship was a big talking point.
Yes, that was a huge talking point. You were exactly right.
How do you feel about
Oh, they're asking. Listen, Phaedra is the mouthpiece for the season, as you can see. Since Porsha is doing traders right now, she not doing no press. It's Phaedra's. Phaedra is on go mode.
where things landed without giving it all away?
It was, it was some big moments during that conversation. And, I'm just hoping that, at the end of the day, they can find a way back to each other. But, a lot of things were revealed. And so you've got to watch, but it was definitely explosive.
Okay, it sounds like maybe they didn't find quite their way back together by the end of the taping.
You're going to have to tune in and watch for yourself.
All right, I'm over it. Tune in and watch for yourself. Now, oh, he's still talking about the reunion. Let me see if I want to talk about it. Let me see. Y'all go watch it. I'm not gonna go. Anyway, speaking of, y'all said all them husbands ended up in jail. Okay, I'm thinking, did Peter turn himself in? I was trying to reach him. I think he turned himself in because he was just, just the other day. Well, let me go to Peter page. I don't know. Peter be doing too much. One day Peter say he turning himself in, and the next day he ain't. So he was on Instagram recently. I know he said he was gonna turn himself in. I thought it was the end of June. I'm not sure. He gave me a date a while ago and I forgot what it was. But here is Peter. And Peter was back in Miami again, child. And here he is at the crack of dawn saying that he praying
Oh
for folk.
God. And the most bizarre shit is that, man. Right at that lifeguard standing behind me. Gotta shake my fucking head, yo. Excuse my French. But where God lies, the devil is not far behind. That I can tell you. Look how powerful God is.
Not
How
Peter left the
powerful
country.
he is.
Child, that's Miami. So he was on the beach, but it was this caption that got me when he said the best day and the worst day at the same time. Fuck it. So I don't know what that means. The best day and the worst day. I don't know what that means.
It's coming. New day is coming.
Y'all said Peter on the run.
It's a new day, people. Look at the sun. Look at the sun showing her a radiance. Look at that.
So he was up at the crack of dawn, and that's odd for Peter. So I don't know if this was his last day of freedom. Is that what it was? I listen. I'll call him later and see if he answers. But anyway, praying for peace for Peter Thomas. Okay. Now I've been talking for an hour and a half, Lord. Okay. Like this video, please. Thank you. Like this video. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 16 was called Chicken and Waffles, child. And it was a hot mess. Okay, let me pull up my notes really quickly. Talk amongst yourselves for a good 30 seconds or so while I pull up my notes. Okay, please and thank you. Because I gotta remember, because it'd be dry as hell. But there were some pertinent things I want to talk about. So give me 30 seconds. Hold on, I'm almost through. I'm almost through. Uh, Wait a minute. Like this video, please and thank you. Like this video. 16. Hold on. Okay. So this particular episode was called Chicken and Waffles. Chicken and Waffles. Now it's been a lot going on these past couple of weeks with Shamia and Kelly hanging out, and Kelly's relationship with Britt is falling apart. And then you got Charles Oakley and Angela, and people are talking about their marriage when he's literally the only husband that shows his face on the show. Well, the overview says Kelly and Charles face off cooking chicken and waffles. A man with a word for Angela throws a wrench in the fire that may affect her. Phaedra throws an event, blah, 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 blah. So let's start at the beginning. Shamia returns home from Grenada with strep throat, And she feels ways because her daughter. Remember when she was in Grenada, they was giving her a rundown of issues that were going on with her youngest daughter, who has a lot of health challenges. And she broke down crying, and that's when Britt was like, "We're gonna be friends forever. I'm going to be with you forever." Well, now that she's home, she takes her daughter Shiloh to the doctor, and she finds out she's fine. She doesn't actually have strep throat. Her breathing just sounds a bit weird. Her husband Gerald appeared, for a few seconds on the phone on FaceTime, and it was funny to me because the doctor actually pressed the FaceTime call to say, she said something to Gerald like, she got you in the middle of it or something, and it's like, girl, why is you touching? Doctor, why are you touching my phone? You don't touch people's phone when people's on FaceTime. But anyway, I'm digressing. Um, she also talks about how she really wants to give Gerald a son because he really wants a son, and how she had went through with the surrogacy journey with the new surrogate, and it failed. The latest surrogacy attempt failed, and she said that they decided as a family that they were going to pause for a while and regroup, but she really wants to give him a son, and they trying to figure it all out. Now Kelly, which her storyline is a bit boring, but that's okay. She heads to divorce court. She finally getting divorced from her husband. Now, why Kelly didn't get on the cover of People magazine? Kelly got divorced. Okay, Kelly walking around with a whole a security guard because of her husband. We don't know what the hell going on with Kelly and her husband. Why she didn't get to burn up the car and be on the cover? I'm digressing. Kelly heads to divorce court, and apparently it ends in a continuance because for some reason her husband is arrested for not paying child support. Well, Kelly, you knew the man was going to be arrested if he wasn't paying child support. So he didn't show up for the court, so the divorce is still ongoing. Same thing that happened with Porsha when Simon got detained and they had to issue a continuance until he got out of detention. But again, I'm digressing. Now Shamia shows up for Kelly. It's her emotional support. And it's crazy because Kelly feels away because Britt didn't come and support her, after the, knowing that she was gonna divorce on that day. And when I heard her say that, she felt the ways about Britt being there, I felt the ways because I'm like, in Grenada, you weren't there for Brit. Like people were really pouncing on Brit, and Kelly didn't speak up for Brit in the situation. It was like Brit was on an island by herself. So that whole Kelly and Brit bestie thing that kind of been out of the water because Kelly been up under Shamia for a couple of episodes now. They've been dressing alike and everything. So why is it that you thought that Brit was gonna come to your house? I'm confused about that. But again, I'm digressing again, moving on. Um Kelly also has a an event at Williams Sonoma, and she is having a cooking competition with Charles Oakley, who is Angela Oakley's husband. Okay, Charles likes to cook and Angela does not, and they look confessionals being cute as well, even though people think that Charles don't love Angela, but I just think he just shows it a bit differently. Okay, y'all got to realize these is cameras, and people who really love each other don't have to smooch on camera all the time. He really loved that lady. He's still with her. So they're supposed to be competing on cooking chicken and waffles. While the ladies were there, this gentleman, and look, Bengeworthy was in the crowd too. We need to ask Bengeworthy who that man was that ran up on Angela, talk about he wanted to talk to her alone for a minute. And people was looking around like, how he get in here? I would have been like, security, security. Well, anyway, this man whose name is Marcus, whoever, interrupts during the toast and says, he wanted to talk to Angela. Angela said, maybe later. I don't know him. Everybody at the table was like, you know him? And she's like, I don't know him. But as they were getting ready to toast, he steps over to the crowd while they're sitting down. And when they toast, he said, cheers if your name is Angela and your husband is cheating on you. Like, wait a minute. Why the hell you gonna come to the filming of the show and do that? And it gave that, production is behind it. It gave that whole little thing about the drunging. It gave all of that. Because why is it that you were there in the first place and you found it, amongst yourself to repeat what, somebody apparently told you to say? Now, it's crazy because everybody was stunned, but if you look at the tape, like Phaedra was the only one who didn't look too surprised about it, because Phaedra been throwing shade for a minute, saying that Angela, she didn't even know who Angela was. She's known Charles for years, but I didn't even know he was married. So people are speculating that it was Phaedra who's behind it all, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be somebody else, but who knows? You say it's giving Cookie Lady. You said, of course he loves his wife. He's just a cool OG. Okay, they ain't got nothing to prove. Okay, I feel like Angela and the man plotted that entire scene. You think it was on Angela? You think Angela did it? That's how it is. Angela looked like she was caught off guard to me. I don't know. I think it had something to do with production, because it didn't look like he was supposed to be there. And then later on, after he did that, Kelly had security put him out. Now, it's crazy because Phaedra was the first person to get on the phone and call Porsha and tell her the tea, honey, and basically said, we seen that in the teaser, and Phaedra was like, and a man came forward with a toast and said that Angela's husband Charles was cheating on her. And it's like, girl, why are you being so dramatic with this tea? So that's why people are assuming that Phaedra was behind it, because she was the first person to call and spread the tea. But I don't know. We always need a bone collector. Now, meanwhile, Phaedra's son, uh Dylan and Aiden, they are actually, little businessmen. Okay. Dylan likes to design pants and Aiden wants to be his manager. And so Phaedra is totally behind making her boys, billionaires. She giving them a leg up in the game, by hosting a fashion show. So she decides, to allow Dylan to make some pants and be in it. I thought that was cute. It was a cute little scene with the boys. And she talked about co-parenting too, which means maybe we will see Apollo in a future episode. Now, moving on. Oh, okay. So Phaedra eventually hosts a fashion show at the Ivy. Okay. And she said, that everyone was supposed to be there at a certain time, and she decides, she gonna lock the doors, honey. She said she didn't want no stragglers. She don't want nothing to happen like what happened at the chicken and waffles place. They is not gonna have no stragglers coming up there toasting and doing all that. So it's like invite only. If you there, you there. If you ain't there, you ain't there. Apparently, Drew was stuck in traffic. And so she locked the door and had Drew standing outside with a few other people. I think Letitia was out there with her. And I was like, what is Letitia doing there? Wasn't she fired from Married to Medicine? But she was outside. I think she was outside waiting too, I think, but she ended up inside. They unlocked the doors after the people had modeled a few fur coats or whatever. Now it's crazy because when Britt and Kelly first, crossed paths, it was like a little tension, and we trying to figure out what is the tension. Now we have already heard in previous episodes that Britt saying that Kelly didn't want her glam squad to work with her. And so hold on, why is my camera on? Hold on. I done lost my notes, Lord. Where my notes go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So Kelly did not want her glam squad to work with Britt, and for whatever reason, I don't know if Kelly felt that the glam squad was doing more for Brit, or if they was like, making Brit look better. I don't understand what the big deal was. It is what it is. Apparently all of them should have had their own glam squad anyway. Why is my notes falling apart like this, Lord? And but apparently that's an issue. So, but what the stylist has actually been online. He still works with Britt. So apparently he fell out with Kelly too. So it's like, why are y'all arguing over these people when these people have free will on who to work for, who pays, who don't pay, who do this, who do that, whatever. Britt seems to feel that Kelly is the person who, introduced them in the first place. So she don't understand why, there's such tension. So when they see each other, Kelly has like this cold reception towards Britt. And it's just weird, really weird. I can't remember how the argument started, y'all. because my notes just fell out and I can't remember. But they started arguing, and Kelly said something about Britt being a pill popper. And I didn't like that because Kelly was being real passive aggressive in Grenada and at the Ivy. And Britt is being like straightforward. Like, if you have a problem with me, say you have a problem with me. Oh, the way it started, Britt walked in and said hello to Kelly, and Kelly pretty much ignored her. And so she was trying to figure out why the hell Kelly was ignoring her. And that's how the tension got started. That's how it started. And so now it's like, okay, we're here now. Let's have this conversation. And apparently Kelly didn't want to have it. And then they started, their little beef. And so when Kelly said something about you need to ask your pill popper roommate or something, and Britt claps back with, talking about abortions. What about this abortion you had? And so a lot of people, especially the ladies in their confessionals, they were all on Britt's neck, basically saying, she went low. She shouldn't have went that low. But the thing is, Kenya went that low. Y'all wasn't saying that about her. A lot of people were still on Kenya's side. But with Britt saying that, and Angela and Kelly throwing out the pill situation, it's like, was it lick for lick? Or was one wrong and one right? I'm just trying to figure this out. Y'all let me know in the chat. So another thing that I didn't like about this situation is that in her confessional said, my body, my choice, right? She said, my body, my choice. And it kind of triggered me because you're right. It's your body, your choice. You have the right to, have an abortion. If you want to have an abortion, we all do. But she also called Britt a whore. So when you say your body, your choice, isn't it her body, her choice to be a whore? Like, I'm just saying, like, so they're both were wrong. Exactly. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why is it the internet was trying to make it seem like Britt was the aggressor? Britt was the wrong person in the situation. Because when I watched it, it kind of redeemed Britt in my eyes, because Britt was literally being straightforward. Britt was the one who was like, okay, let's talk about this. This is the reason why she pissed off. She pissed off because of the stylist, the glam squad. I don't understand why she asked me to work with them in the first place. I guess she just like, my styles on my body. I can't help I'm taller than she is and the fashion fit me better. I can't help that. So I don't know. I just didn't like it. So anyway, the ladies seem to be all on Kelly's side in the situation. Of course, Shamia is. Of course, Angela is. Because to me, they're still low key in their feelings about the situation with Kenya. But hold on, where's my notes go? Why they keep closing like that? I had something else I wanted to point out, but I want y'all to bring me up to speed on some of this. Like, how did y'all feel about the way they treated Britt? Was she redeemed in this situation, or do you feel like she was the aggressor? Y'all let me know. Mr. I Candy saying I'm right. Okay, I think I'm right too. Cause I felt the ways. Cause it's like Kelly didn't have a reason to be mad. Like, why are you mad because she didn't come, to your, defense? I mean, come to your house after the divorce when you were already mad at her in Grenada. I don't understand that. So it just seems like it's this overall kind of consensus that they all gonna gang up on Britt, and that might be the reason why she said I'm not going to this reunion. I don't know, because they've been doing this throughout the entire season, and I know a lot of people have been like, oh, I don't like Britt, I don't like her attitude, I don't like this, I don't like this. They was talking about her being naked in Grenada or whatever when she was playing around or whatever. But you got to realize, but that's production choosing to show these instances, choosing to form this narrative for y'all to see, when in all actuality everyone was naked, everyone was sitting around twerking in thongs, everyone was doing those things. So to sit there and say that Britt was wrong, Britt didn't have on any clothes, Britt went too low, Britt did all these other things when they're doing the same things to her, I just don't like it. It just seems to me that, and I like the way Britt is carrying herself. Okay, Britt has literally been honest about a lot of the things. Like, if she have an issue, like even when she was in Grenada, when she had an issue, she was talking to Porsha or whoever she was talking to. It's like she was like, oh, I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm being straightforward with you. I'm telling you, this is what I want to know. And the same thing she did with Kelly. Like, why are you, she spoke to Kelly. She asked her what the issue was. Kelly had, wanted to, pop off, and the rest is history. But yeah, I know she won't be back because of the lawsuit. We got that. We got it. But I'm just saying, in general, to me, it seemed like Britt had a better chance of coming back than Kelly because Kelly is a flip flopper. Kelly decided, she wanted to be besties with Britt when they first came because Britt was a newbie just like her, and she ended up flip flopping to Shamia because she knew that Shamia's relationship with Porsha was shaky. So let me go over here because it'll be easier for me to have an alliance with, Shamia because she's stronger and she will keep me here. So Kelly to me is like playing chess, like she's trying to figure out who should she hang with, who should she be cool with, to keep her spot. You said Britt was not ready for the real click up and bully of others. Okay, that's exactly what it was, a click up. Now that I think back, Shamia, Portia, and Angela was trying to put Britt as the bad person, and they instigated a lot of stuff and did. Britt is clocking their tea, bringing up the app was still below the bed. Okay, I just like the fact that Phaedra seems to be the only one that's kind of still on Britt's side. You said the lawsuit hasn't been filed yet, so maybe there's hope. Maybe she's in arbitration. Because remember when Nene filed her lawsuit, they made her dismiss it and they made her go through a years long arbitration process. So I don't know what's in Britt's contract, but she may be talking. So who knows? We may see Britt back next season. But to me, these past couple of episodes have kind of like softened me to Britt. And that's all I got because I'm not really into this season, but I'm trying to do it just for y'all. And so I got a few people in the back who can give me some insight as well. Hey, Larger, how you doing, friend?
Well, I love that 613. Is that
Yes,
with some
20
27?
27, 613, 20.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, darling. I know. Thank you. It's looking ever so on you for the
Oh, thank you.
summertime.
Appreciate it,
Summertime.
friend.
Yes. Okay. So I have lots of thoughts about everything you said, but I'll start at the last thing because that's what I can remember, which
Okay.
is Britt has been accountable from jump. She was super contrite and apologetic immediately after the whole pow pow whip thing.
Hmm.
She went on that. She's always tried to acquiesce and like bend and tried to like, oh, well, maybe if I, and I feel like she's always trying to like fit. Whereas they're always making it hard for her to fit and change.
Mm.
I put in the chat, the line for Brit is way over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know it. So I think
And
that
I don't
she
like that. Like it's like ever since the Kenya thing happened, it's almost like Kelly kind of tried, let me separate myself from the drama.
mm-hmm,
Let me
mm-hmm,
go over here where it's safe. I'll
safe.
support her, but I'm gonna support her from over here. And they kind of
Right.
let Britt hang out to dry. And Britt was getting dragged not only online by all of Kenya's fans, by all of that. And I'm sure she was going through her own mental, gymnastics of, how to handle this, being a newbie and all of that. That's why I said I kind of can appreciate, Phaedra kind of stepping in and at least giving her a little guidance on, how to handle stuff. Go ahead.
That was one of
Oh, another thing I
and
didn't like. Another
yeah,
one more thing I forgot to mention. When they went to Britt's house, they had to show all that shit in their
yeah.
the producers did they could have cut that crap out. I know her house is being renovated, but when she opened the door, there was a room to the left that had all kind of like garbage and bags
Yeah, it's like
and
why
old
wasn't the plastic on that side too?
yeah,
Because there was plastic on the
not
other
even the
door.
plastic being on that side. It could have been cut in a way, like they didn't have to show that to me. It could have been
Mm-hmm.
edited to where that was cut out or whatever. So they
Right.
was being petty, but they be petty a lot when they film them shows. So there's that. Go ahead. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That's true. Phaedra did give excellent advice. The charcuterie board,
Mhm.
excellent advice. If they want to be your friend, what time can I have tea prepared? That was
Mhm.
excellent advice. And again, Britt acquiescing. How can I fit in? Took a OG's advice, not an OG. Took a veteran's advice
Mhm.
and
And invited
immediately
Portia into the tea.
implemented. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She got that. That's her insurance kicking in. Immediate massive action when you get good advice. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
It
Mhm.
totally kicked in. Now, Kelly, though, she was doing too much, and she has been doing too much ever since. I feel like Kelly bringing the IV over was a parting gift to Britt. That was
Ooh.
her parting gift to Britt. She
Okay.
was with Britt till that. Because after that was the peach brunch when we saw she obviously wasn't on Brit's side anymore because she was in
Mm-hmm.
the group chat with Kenya where they were all simping with Kenya and Brit was the problem. So that was a party gift
Mm.
that so she could use it later and be like, I supported you. I brought you an IV, but the whole time you're playing two sides to the middle of your garden, no?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Cause and I can see her talking to her team like, "I'm not gonna make Brit's drama my drama." You know what I mean? Cause you gotta like politic a bit to to
Uh-huh.
stay in the crowd. So you can't like, yeah, Brit and Kenya, that was a big, huge fallout. And I see her not wanting to like, partner with Brit during that period. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she supported her, but she supported her from over there.
Exactly. And I feel like also her getting closer to Shamia, you're right. It was because there was an opening
Hmm.
and Shamia appeared to be the number one peach holder at that time because
Hmm.
Portia's been flailing all season.
Hmm.
Kelly has the bird's eye view from that stature to be able to see the bullshit coming. And so she was able to see that Porsha was over there. Shamia's the best ass helmet at this time. I'm sorry. And and let me get right over here and let me start shaming Brit. And I was feeling it for Brit for a long time this season. Her one good friend in the group chat with the people who miss Kenya so bad, and then little
Yeah.
slights here. And then why did you let Shamia talk to me like that when you were cutting your meat and just eating like, and it was just so
And
disturbing
why
to
did they make a
watch.
big I think it was very disingenuous, I guess that's the word I'm looking for them to like go in on how much a person donates. Like
Oh,
you
that
never
was
know
so
what a person
tacky.
is going through. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Shamia, you live in a $9 million house or whatever, whatever. And yeah, Britt may drive a Rolls Royce and may carry a Birkin or whatever, but you don't know what her finances are looking like. And it seems like in a friend group, you should be sensitive to that. I'm not gonna like force you to give $10,000 to charity when I don't care what you driving. I don't know what your bills are, what's going on in your finances, what family members you helping out. I don't know. Like, so this is charity is what you
Is
can
from your
give from
heart and
your
what you
heart.
can give.
And if that's
Right.
how much she could give her from her heart, then so be it. It's no reason for me to judge. So
Well,
that
I
was like
feel
real
like
mean girlish to me.
totally mean girl. And when Britt tried to bring up the fact twice, not only to Shamia when she tried to call her out at the table, but also to Britt, she told them
Hmm.
both. I talked to you both about how much I should give. You both
Hmm.
said that was okay. Why are we having this conversation? Like, why are we talking about this now? You did take me to Hudson's or Houston's or wherever that was. So why are we talking about it now? Because you're trying to shame to a charity. What it's okay too if Britt doesn't really care about the kids of Grenada. What if that's not a charity she chooses to support? You don't even
Right.
have to do that. So that was high key for Shamia. That was so tacky. And Shamia, who's all I'm classy except for when I'm ratchet, that was very like low vibrational to shame that woman. And then for Portia, who admittedly in the after show or in the truck said that she gave her donation last so that it could be the most, and she gave 1,000 to make sure that it was on par. Like that's very telling too. What's
Yeah.
been shamed more
Yeah.
than
That's
first
almost like that
dinner?
that story of how she paid the child support. But the
Oh,
baby
did she
mama
didn't
didn't
pay
ask her to
child
pay the
support?
child support, but that's the narrative she putting out there. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, she didn't pay it. The
I don't
child
know.
support.
Well, the baby mama said that Portia's story is untrue. According to the text, that's the verbiage. Now I'm going by what the baby mama said. Portia's story is untrue. She did not
Wow.
call her asking for no child support. She texted her asking to get the children's stuff. I did a video about it. But yeah.
Okay, I'll check out the video. But yeah, that's kind of what I had. You had some other topics, but I do have to remember and come back, or I can lay
What did I
back.
talk about,
That's
child? Oh,
mostly
I
what I
talked
thought.
about
This was
Kenya's hair spa. I talked about
yeah.
Portia's divorce party, the People magazine cover. I talked
That was
about
the real cover of People magazine with her like Angela Bassett
I
leaving the
mean that's
burning thing. That was the
I
real cover.
mean that's the
I
cover
saw
that
it.
they
I
put
thought it
on
was a
Instagram.
meme. I
Let
thought
me
it
see.
was a meme. No
No, it's
way.
real. Look, it's on hold on, let me find it. It's on People magazine. I don't know if
She has a
look,
good PR person. Got her people with
look,
that
look,
BS.
People. Yeah.
If ever being a floozy didn't get glorified, she took that lady's almost husband, left him before the prenup could get disputed, got her money, took the house, displaced 5 minor children, bragged about it, and got the cover of People, y'all. That's deep.
That's what I'm
That's the
saying. And
world we're in.
Cynthia done had two divorces. She ain't on People.
Yeah.
Like, how
And
did
hers were
Porsche get on People
amicable.
magazine, child? And wait a minute, and
Mm,
why
mm,
is it? And
mm.
how are they comparing her to Waiting to Exhale? Because my thing is, she did not build her husband up, and he cheated on her, and now she's this strong woman who is now independent. That's not what had happened.
Mm-mm. Talking about whitewashing history. Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm. We're
yeah. They said
seeing it
it's a
firsthand.
it's all AI. Y'all know I love me some AI.
So this is not real, or it is real?
Well,
It's AI.
it's an actual cover. It's a digital cover. I don't
Yeah.
know if
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna be on the magazine or what's gonna happen, but it's an
Did you
actual
hear her in
cover.
the interview earlier today crying about uh she'll never find anybody to fill the void and she might be a
Yes,
lesbian,
child.
maybe a woman would do it? I
I
was like,
played them
well,
earlier. Yes, child.
oh my
Was
gosh. Mm-mm.
but
Didn't
remember
Jada
Simon
Pinkett
said she was messing with Ming Lee?
mean mean Ty? I mean, hey, as long as everybody's screen is okay, I guess it's good. Go for it. Go
Yeah,
for it.
there's that.
Look, I'm not a total Portia hater. I do feel
Uh-huh.
like she it shouldn't be all glorified though, what just
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
That's not cover worthy.
Mm. I'm not a Portia hater either, but I'm just saying the people who love her can call her out too. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Mhm,
People Magazine. Come on, really? And then
mhm.
I forgot to. Hey, Mickey, I know you here, friend. I forgot
Hi,
to pull up
Mickey.
the
Hi.
one where on It's on Site where she was talking about. Hold on. I'm gonna show you this one. So, because I had the people mad at me for commenting up under this, but I had to because I'm like, even the comments was gagging her. Hold on, look at this right here. Portia Williams says daughter Pilar was heartbroken after Simon left and claims he ignored their calls. He just left me and he's not coming back. That's what Pilar said. So they said Portia's
Mm-mm.
opening up about her divorce from Simon and how it affected her 6-year-old daughter. Pilar says she was extremely close to Simon and his children, calling their blended family beautiful. But after the split, Portia says Pilar struggled to understand what happened. She asked me, so he just left me and he's not coming back, Portia revealed. She claims she even tried calling Simon so Pilar could speak to him, but says he didn't respond. I cried my eyes out for her, Portia admitted. Despite the heartbreak, Portia says she's grateful Pilar's dad, Dennis McKinley, has stepped up to help them both through the transition. Well, first of all, wasn't Dennis her daddy in the first place? So how he step up when he was already supposed to be there? Like,
Hey,
and look at my comment.
hey.
I said, I wonder how his children felt when she kicked them and the nanny out the house.
What are the people saying under that? What the people saying?
Child, let me see. They read me. Let me see. It's 27 comments. Somebody said, clock that T.
Um,
Somebody said, exactly. Did she check on any of Simon's kids? They was together 2 years, max 15 months married. Why would any kid be attached to another man who's not their father when their father is present? Mama Gina, we need an explanation.
mm.
Somebody said it was reported that she helped pay Simon's child support while he was in prison. And somebody said, I thought the ex-wife said that was a lie. Somebody said, oh, she just offered to help. Somebody said that has nothing to do with putting the kids out their house. Somebody
Oh,
said Dennis wasn't our Portia line as usual. Somebody said lies.com. They're grown, they will be all right. Somebody said, "Don't you know that Portia lies a lot? Same way she lied that it was Simon's idea to show up to court in person instead of Zoom because she knows people have will catch on to her evil intents."
um.
Um, yeah. So they going
So
on and on.
everybody's clocking it. So because I was very concerned about that too. I screamed out from day one. I was like, what? Like 5 minor? Weren't all of them minors?
Somebody said
Didn't
the
they come up
girl
at
had
first?
what Simon's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had two sons and a daughter. The daughter lived in California, but with come and stay every other month or something like that. The
Hmm.
son stayed with him 50% of the time.
Right.
So like the mother is in Atlanta as well. I think, yeah, she is. That's the one who was Marlo's neighbor. But the son stayed with Simon. They had their own rooms and everything. They had a nanny,
Yep.
a tutor. One of them had, learning disabilities and stuff, and they had a tutor that was there. Portia kicked the nanny and the boys out. The nanny actually even submitted an affidavit to the court. So yeah.
And wasn't there allegedly a pow pow in that incident? So I don't know why she
Yes,
was
you
so
remember
shocked
Simon called
when
the
Britt
police
brought one out.
and said that Portia had brought a man with a gun to the house to get him out the
Hmm.
house? Yeah.
Hmm. So I don't know why she was so shocked that Britt mentioned one.
The people saying in here the child not fatherless. From what we was told, that child's biological father is great.
Right?
Somebody said she has a daddy in real life, so somebody said Fallon mentioned that he read her youngest son's text but never replied. Okay, well, I mean, them
Okay.
not his children.
Those not his children's.
Yeah.
And I could understand like having to cut it off, but seriously, you totally displace the kids and you want me to like be simping for Pilar.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, there's five other additional people to simp for in addition. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, somebody said, baby, your mama called ice on them.
Everybody
The
thinks
comments
it.
be cracking me up. But yeah, that was one of, but then here's the text. They actually got this from my YouTube video the other day. This was Simon's ex-wife debunks Portia Williams child support claims, says she only reached out about a bookcase. And look, they put via IMATL input, they didn't at me, so I didn't even know until somebody had sent it to me and said, ain't this
Shout
you?
out, Michelle.
Right.
Right
But hold on.
on.
She's Simon's
That's
first
my
wife.
voice. Listen.
Marsha said, I heard that Portia said I reached out begging for child support. Untrue. This is the message I received from her. So I downloaded the messages. Hold on. Here it is. So this is from Portia. Y'all see this? This is from Portia. Portia says,
See my
hi,
straight from the A.
Marsha.
I'm glad I put my
This is
tags on her.
Portia. I got your number from Lauren, my assistant. She said you called about asking about the bookshelf for the boys. Now you remember I told y'all that Portia had put the boys out, right? The boys had rooms there. The boys had a nanny there. The boys would go to and from school there. So the mama was trying to get it. So she said their room. Also, I know it's a sensitive topic, but if there are, this is Portia now. Also, I know it's a sensitive topic, but if there are any issues, if you haven't received child support since Simon's been away, I'm happy to take care of the child support for him. So Portia said the mama reached out to her saying that Simon hadn't paid no child support, and apparently it's Portia reaching out to the mom, asking the mom about the child support. Okay.
So listen, whether she paid it or not is a moot point. Here's what Portia said in court.
You heard of his work order? Yes, I paid his child support for his two sons. And I also paid maintenance for the house. So that's outside of utilities as well. Why did you choose to do that? Well, I really got concerned being that Simon was still detained when it comes to his child support. I'm still married to him at the end of the day, and I just really felt it was unfortunate that they weren't getting any help. The mother had reached out to my assistant and that she was concerned, and she wanted a couple things from the house, but she sounded really concerned. So when I spoke to her, she made me aware that it had not been paid. And
So the narrative was that the mama reached out to her for the child support, and the mama was like, I did not reach out to her for the child support. I reached out to her to get these bookcases and stuff out their room. So, it's semantics. It is what it is. But, just because the mama said, it's not true, I believe the mama.
I believe the mom too. The lies she tells, though, it's just one on top of another on top of another. And it's all to make her look like she's not looking. But she could have looked that way if she would have just stopped trying.
Mm. Well,
it's a lot. This has been fun, Michelle. Thanks for having me up.
Oh, thanks for coming. Thanks, Larger.
Peace.
Peace. Hey, Mickey.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, Michelle. Oh, Porsha girl. I thought it was fake when I first saw it.
Uh-huh.
I really thought it was fake. I was like, there is no way in hell. Because we've all watched that movie. Okay. We've
Uh-huh.
all watched
She
that
was his
movie.
lover and his secretary working
Yeah,
every
her
day of the week.
secretary. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was AI. I thought it was fake. But I think this is, this is PR 101. She's had a very bad season. Her comeback has been one of the worst comebacks in Housewives history. Honestly, if you ask me, it
Oh.
flopped. We're at the end of the season. It was really bad, and I do think that you do have a point. She is filming Traders now. This was shot a while ago.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so her trying to make it look like, oh, it's my birthday, and it's my birthday, and the divorce is finalized. No, baby, this was premeditated. You did this a while ago.
Uh-huh.
Of course, she's going to be, in her, all white suit with her best white woman accent, talking about, oh, I can finally exhale now, and I can't even, do I like women, and how am I going to fill this void? And, with the crocodile tears and all of that is PR. She's
Yeah.
just trying to, change the narrative, control the narrative. And even with Pilar, girl, you was the one that got his ass detained.
Mhm.
So why are you trying to use your daughter as kind of like a sympathy move of like, oh my god, she misses him and stuff like that? You got his ass detained. Um, but yeah, it's so crazy because all she really does is lie or manipulate the truth. I think that it was really funny, especially that little interview that she did. It was hilarious. Like, she really is getting into her acting bag. I mean, they did say she signed a 360 deal with Bravo, scripted, non-scripted. Maybe this is part of the scripted,
Yeah.
you know
Maybe.
because this is, I mean, she
She gonna
cannot
play
be serious.
Bernadine. She gonna be Bernadine next.
Yeah, and she did meet Angela Bassett. You remember when they was on that red carpet?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah.
that
Yeah.
this was all planned before. You did not just come. I mean, they were just divorced, what, a week
On
ago?
the 11th. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a while ago. As
Child.
far as the show,
Uh-huh.
Kelly and Britt, to me, honestly, Kelly in the beginning, I was like, okay, she's established, she's going through a divorce, she has her daughters. I was like, okay, like, it seems like she got some bread. I was like, okay, Kelly, let's go. Like, of course you want to give people a shot. But then as the season went on, I'm like, okay, clearly she's a flip flopper. And I think more than anything, you look at Angela and Portia. Yeah, she shot that a while ago.
Uh-huh.
Look
This
at
was in
them.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love Angela.
I do too.
But, to me, Kelly, I think she's a social climber. I really do. I think that her and Britt, I don't think they were friends prior to the show. I
Oh,
think they probably,
definitely.
once they got their contracts or once they got, some type of like, okay, like we're, testing for the show. Okay, let me meet up with this one. Let's have drinks. Let's, get to know each other, whatever. And then once they got their contract, okay, it was more like an alliance. They came in holding hands, matching outfits. Oh, my bestie, my bestie. we're gonna share glam teams and stuff like that. Like, it was Britt and Kelly, and even
I'm
Portia
sorry.
said, I thought it was gonna be the new freaking Frack 2.0. Like, they was really trying to be like this dynamic duo. But then Kelly just started to swift on over to Shamia. Once she saw her and Portia kind of fall out, she was like, okay, you know what? I'm not really getting much from being with Britt, let me go on over to Shamia because Shamia holds more weight within the group. Because when you think about the group, Angela's new,
Mhm.
Cynthia's just a friend of. Being close with Cynthia's not gonna get her anywhere. Portia really don't care about nobody. Portia keeps it very surface level with everyone. You're not gonna get much with Portia. Britt just got on the show. She's a newbie. Nobody really cares about Drew like that. Everybody just thinks that, Drew's an actress and Drew lies. When you run down the line, Shamia was the next best thing. So let me cozy up with Shamia. And Shamia got bread. Like, Shamia is really like a trophy wife.
Uh,
Let me cozy on up to Shamia, and let's, they're wearing matching outfits, they're holding hands, they're, oh my god, bestie, 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 they're on each other's YouTube channels. Like, she to me is giving social climber,
ooh.
and I think that they both went way, 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 way below the belt. Like, that was just, to me, that gave Kenya more. That gave Kenya more. Like, why are y'all talking about pill popping and abortions? And I just, oh my god, that gave Kenya. You remember when Kenya said Phaedra should get tested because Apollo might have AIDS? Like, that kind of gave me that a little bit. I'm like, why are y'all talking about this? Like, this is just
Yeah. It
disgusting.
was real lowbrow. I didn't like it.
It was really low, but other than that, yeah, I just, to me, because even talking about Brit, I'm like, wait, but Brit is not good. I mean, obviously she files her lawsuit and all of that. We kind of know how everything is gonna end. I'm like, there's really no point. It's kind of like, damn, like Brit, like I wish she didn't, have to tap out the way that she did. I wish that people would have given her a real shot, because there has been a campaign online, people really going after Brit and really smearing her name. And it's kind of like what Phaedra said. It's like, not everybody's built to be a housewife. Not everybody's built
Mhm.
to be on reality TV and getting dragged week after week after week. And
Yeah, I'm sure it affected her mental state a lot because, they was calling the girl a whore and talking about sucking dick and,
yeah,
it's just a lot. And it wasn't just, 5 or 10 people. It was like thousands and thousands of people probably, saying this and regurgitating these things about her every day. It's awful.
yeah, I mean, I have yet to see a positive comment about Brit, a positive tweet about Brit. They've been dragging her. And it's kind of crazy, like watching them going back and forth. I'm like, damn, like this is really pointless because she's not going to be at the reunion. I'm pretty sure she's not going to be part of season 17. So that was kind of, it was unfortunate. But yeah, Kelly is kind of like when Nene said, she, the wind blow this way, she blow this way, the blow, the wind blow that way, she blow that way. Yeah, that was too much. And as for Kenya Moore hair care, Kenya, you're going outside, girl. First, it was the spa that never was, the salon that never was. Now you done turn it into a damn auction, a damn boutique. You trying to sell everything. It's like, girl, you just Kenya. Oh, and then you have an event, then you cancel event because it's the overwhelming response. It's like, which one is it, Kenya? Like,
Right.
the lies are just, it's like Portia level lies. It's just too much. It's too much going on, Kenya.
Whew.
Too much.
Okay, Mickey. Well, I appreciate you calling in, friend.
Thank you, Michelle. Have a good night.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hey, Quasia.
Girl, what's up, Michelle?
Not a thing. How you doing?
Good. I was gonna say hi to Mickey, but hey,
Oh,
Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
I'm sorry. I cut you off too quick.
It's okay. I missed the part about with Peter and Phaedra. What they was talking about
Peter and Phaedra when?
on you had them playing on the show tonight. I had to step out. Peter was talking and on the beach
Oh,
or
I
something.
said Peter probably turned himself in.
Oh, okay. Well, you live and you learn. You gotta um do what you gotta do. Do the crime, you gotta do the time. With Phaedra, I'm glad Phaedra is back. Uh, I don't. I was trying to um warm up to the new ladies,
Mhm.
and I don't really like it. I think that they could have been all of them. The new ones could have been a new addition to the show and a part of the reboot and everything like that. But I feel like there's a just the narrative of the black women, women against each other, the low vibrations and the salaciousness. And I think that this past season, I didn't get much, um, glam and just lifestyle. I'm kind of disappointed in the Shamia uh, storyline. I wish that we could have seen more of her being the mother, being the mogul, and the wife. I just didn't think like the sprinkle of her being the mother during the show and sharing parts of her motherhood and Shiloh and everything. I just feel like it doesn't go with what they have been portraying her as, and I don't know, it's just disappointing. The thing with Kelly and Britt, I don't know, it's weird because Britt is
Quasia,
entitled.
come on, damn, come on, get to the
Britt
point.
Britt is entitled, and I don't like her mentality of trying to take Kelly's team over. I think Kelly did a very nice thing for her to. Dre, am I going slow enough for you? Okay.
No, you just
So
it's like you took
when
morning lunch.
Britt
Come
was
on.
when Britt was
So why you
trying to take
scrolling?
over.
Okay, I'm sorry, Quasia.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Dre, let me ask you something just real quick.
Hi,
What up,
Um,
Quasia.
Quasia? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Good to
That's
hear
good.
from you.
How you
I knew
been?
I knew you was waiting on me, right?
Yeah, I want to apologize the way New York was treating you the other day. That's all I called for. You know, I don't
Oh,
watch this housewife stuff. I'm an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I just
that's
be
so
chilling. You
sweet,
know.
Dre.
Yeah,
That's so
the
sweet.
way she did you was like it was crazy. But then at the same time,
Right.
you was talking about her, talking about she need to go back to Mexico and stuff, talking about her mama and stuff like that. You was
No,
saying
'cause this is
some
what I was going to
disrespectful stuff.
ask. This is what I want to ask them, but it's probably irrelevant now. But I wanted to ask them, did they personally have my phone number? Because I feel like if you don't have my phone number, then you don't have a reason to have a problem with me. And I'm just shedding love and light like the ladies need to show each other on the show. And
Well,
so what I
hold on.
was
Let me
saying
see.
was before I was interrupted,
Let
just
her
one
finish,
second.
please. Go ahead.
So what I was saying was is that the thing with people like Brit, when somebody's doing something nice for you, when they're being gracious enough to share their wealth, their people, their time, and things like that, like you should just be grateful. I just feel like she was just, trying to take over, and Kelly did the right thing of just pulling her people back. Like, hey, I'm the one that's paying, I'm the one that's, footing the bills and everything like that.
But Britt was
Don't
paying them too.
Well, if she was paying them, she surely was not acting like she was. I don't understand the
They have
weirdness of.
spoken out. If you go to their Instagram and Twitter pages, they have spoken out and said Brit check clears every month. And actually,
Yeah,
a lot of them don't work with Kelly anymore.
but why would she say those type of things on the show? I mean, I get that, they have to create this, whatever on the show, but why do that? I mean, I still think Kelly did a nice thing for her, and I feel like all of the ladies should just, take the time to just be nice to each other because we're here for one reason, and that's to keep RHOA alive. And this is going down. It's spiraling out. Kenya, I don't know what other type of advice to give you. I just feel like you just need to be in your shop, selling your gowns, twirling. Your flyer was very pretty. You're very beautiful on it. I just don't see the point in opening up to the public when you don't want the public to support you.
I
You know,
agree.
I don't understand that. Like if, at some point you just, have to sell your things. Well, that's fine. I mean, do it with all the glam. I would have been out there with my crown. I would have gotten with some new ladies that are in the Miss USA competitions and pageants and all of those things, and I would have had them modeling my stuff. I would have, probably not
Okay,
offered
thank
them
you,
anything.
Quasia. Quasia, you going long, child, but I appreciate you, Quasia.
Wait,
Thank you.
wait, 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 wait. I'm not done with Crazy Michelle.
Oh, you're not done with me.
Did you ask me, did I have your phone number?
Right.
No, I
We talk
said
about this offline. This ain't what this for, friend. I'm
No,
getting
she
ready.
just asked me, friend. Did I something
what?
about a phone number, friend?
No, I didn't ask you that. You was talking about the guy on the last show, and I was
New
talking about the
York
guy.
is not a guy. What are you talking about?
I'm not
Thank
talking
you,
about New York.
Quasia. Thank you, Quasia. Thank you, Quasia. We ain't going down this road. I appreciate you, Quasia. Love you.
All right, love you. Good night, Dre.
Good
Good
night.
night. Dre, what you want, child? Why you on here trolling with
Oh,
Big
nothing.
Brother
You,
Dave?
you you
Did
didn't let
he
me
did
talk.
he allow you to use his trademark image
I
and
have his
likeness?
passcode. I have his passcode.
I'm not gonna get sued over you.
He not go. Well, I don't know. Um, Michelle, you know what was so funny yesterday? I mean, what I
What?
seen on Instagram when Kelly said that little short lady Kelly Britt always talking about somebody height. When Kelly said, "That's why you can never be me. You can't even have kids." I died laughing. Like, yeah, you
Why is
should
that funny? Kelly said
because
she had
Britt
her
was
tube
there
size.
acting
She can't have
so
kids either.
ghetto. She was there acting so ghetto,
But
talking
why
about
was that?
her.
How
Like,
was that funny?
it
That's
was.
not funny.
Well, it is funny. It's funny that Britt can't have kids. You know, you. I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad.
Okay. All
She's
right.
she's
Next
not.
topic. That's
She's
not even something you should be speaking on, Dre.
she's not really married. I don't
Uh-huh.
feel bad for her. I
All right.
don't feel bad for her.
Well, great. Okay.
And
Thank
that's
you.
it. That's all I remember that you talk about.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
No problem.
Goodbye. Thank y'all for joining. It has been wonderful. How you gonna ask for the link and I'm getting ready to go, friend? The link been in there. You late. Don't come over here at the end and ask for no link. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. We've been here since 10 o'clock. Well, 10:30, somewhere around there. But anyway, if you're just getting here, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Some of y'all subscribe and don't even like me. Be in my chat because this was a subscribers only chat, and y'all was still in the chat reading me. So that, you know what that means? That means y'all really like me, and I really appreciate y'all subscribe just to come in the chat and read me. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, episode 16. Do y'all think that Charles is cheating on Angela? Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put your comments down below. Do y'all really believe that Marcus was telling the truth about seeing Charles with another woman at some restaurant? What do y'all think? Well, I had heard that he was still, in Sheree's DMs, but you ain't heard that from me. But we will see. You said it was interesting. You saying y'all saying yes? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh wait. Well, I didn't believe it. Okay. Y'all don't think who do y'all think it put the dude up to it? They said, Angela said that, that we was gonna find out next week. But who do y'all think put the dude up to it? Do you think it was Phaedra? Do you think it was Britt? Do you think it was Kelly? Who did it? You saying Britt did it? The producers did it? I don't know. I do look sleepy though. my eyes get lower and lower. All right. But anyway, you guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. We talked about Kenya's thrift shop, honey. We talked about Portia's divorce party. We talked about a lot of things. So rewind, watch this video. I'll try to timestamp it for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Good night, squad.